And so, as we get started on this here beautiful morning, I'm excited to say to you, can you believe it? We are 5 days, 26, 31, 5 days from January being gone, like gone. Like really not here no more, gone. Like gone to November, gone. Like I see you when I see you, pays type gone. Yeah. We're approaching February already. Or as they say here affectionately in Baltimore, already. You already. When they say that, my cousin Caesar Bell is like, already what? Already what? All right, let's see if we live. Yes, we are. And I want to say hello to the uno, dos, tres, the three people hanging out with May. And what I'm going to do right now, if you're on Facebook, I'm going to show you how we do this thing called Clubhouse. Right now, I am up on what they call the stage. This is my page that we call a room. A room is just a conversation. And so I'm on the stage here. Down the bottom is called the audience. In a few minutes, or maybe a few seconds, you will see other people join this audience. That means they're going to join me on the conversation. A conversation is, let me see if I can go back to, if you look at this here, this is the equivalent of a Facebook timeline, except for see all these individual things that would look like posts. Those are not posts. Those are conversations. Conversations about things like morning meditation. There's 367 people in there with the morning meditation room. Morning inspiration, major announcement. There's 187 people. Let's see, 39 people in an unnamed conversation. Early morning watch list, 162 people in there. Daily real estate coffee cafe. There's 133 people in there. World record for charity, 66. Nigerian women ask Nigerian men hard questions, 65 people in there. Intuitive readings, ask a question, 48 people. Bond market breakdown, 47 people. On and on and on. You can pop into any of these conversations. This is my conversation here. Again, it's called a room on Clubhouse. And then people from all walks of life will come and join you based on the interest that they found you, those titles, those keywords. So for instance, my room here, one of the things that I do is something called the AP Morning Show. That's what you're watching. That's what you're listening to. And AP stands for Accountability Partners. So I built this room, this conversation, around people just standing in accountability with one another. So what I'm going to do now is what they call ping people into the conversation. That's like tagging on other platforms. I'm inviting people who I think would either appreciate this conversation or bring value of some sort. So I'm going to hit up the brother Meyer Clarity, who is one of my favorite people here. These people I've only met in the last 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Selena Robinson, I want to say hello to her. Let's see. I'm going to see if Latrice is around. I'm going to say hi to her. See if Delia's someone who hangs out with us pretty much every day. Going to say hey to Aisha. The brother Pop Star, just met him yesterday. Going to see if he's around. He just dropped into the conversation yesterday. Appreciate it. Added some value, the whole nine. See if the brother T Black, David Tisdale from my Facebook friends, just came on over. It's another testimonial. T, as they say, speak of the devil. Brother, I was just saying to everyone on Facebook as I hang around here this morning, And as I was pinging people in, I got to your name and I was like, my brother T from Facebook. It's always good to see him. So yeah, everybody, I'm continuing to invite people into the conversation. Gonna see if the brother Donald Wharton is around. He's a good brother. And what I do is, this is kind of like an etiquette lesson, if you will, with this app, which is instead of just inviting everybody, my thing is inviting people who could really appreciate the conversation, bring some value. It should be strategic. Gonna hit up Tiny, just met her a couple days ago. Gonna see if Cabrina's around to talk about the conversation we had yesterday about Canada on this same app with Coco, Lorraine Vera, Heather Strupp with the red cup. Gonna see if Shakrat is around. Pamela, Allen. Let's see. Just hitting up a few people, and see, this is how you want to do. You want to hit people up. Some people just tag everybody on everything. Like, that's crazy. That's annoying to people. Gonna see if Felicia is up. My brother Dorian Carter. Yes. Coco, Lorraine Vera. Welcome to the AEP Morning Show. Welcome to the AEP Morning Show. Here we are. T, what up, bro? If you'd like to come to the stage, bro, by all means, would love to say hey. Yes, sir. I see your hand raised. Gonna get to you in a few seconds, so I'm gonna just throw a couple more people a quick ping. You know what I mean? Yes. See if Coach Crisco is around. Haven't talked to him in a while. Daryl Green, the brother Corey Baker. No, I don't want to go that far. Let's see. See, some people you can send a direct message to like their text message as well. But I like to be mindful. I don't like to, bother too many people going too deep. Some people might be like, man, I'm trying to fucking sleep. Like, real talk. You got to be real strategic. I'm going to see if Tanya Franklin is around. She's one of my production mentees. I'm mentoring her. So just good peoples. You meet people here that you wind up talking to on a regular basis because of the fact that you find each other around similar interests like music or health and wellness or real estate or the state of America or, politics or spirituality or comedy. Speaking of comedy, got the brother Larry Lancaster over here. Let's see if my brother Patrick is around. Yeah, just good people, y'all. Just real good people doing real good things. Brother Will Spence. Yes, y'all. So yeah, Clubhouse is, to me, the best app on the face of this earth because in a few minutes you'll hear why. You get the chance to talk to real people doing real things and continuing to better their life in real ways. And you have those things in common with them. So I'm going to bring my brother T up to the stage to say hey, see what's happening with the good brother. And this is the AP Morning Show. Brother T, what's happening, bro?
Good morning, A-Ron.
Yeah. Man, I'm great, bro. Just as you know, giving my folks over here on Facebook and YouTube and all these other places a quick tutorial. Bro, I'm trying to get everybody over here, T. I'm trying to get everybody over here, bro. You know what I mean? Bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, you've been here for, just over a week or so, bro. Would you recommend this to everybody?
Yeah, it's the best. I don't know what they're waiting on. They need to come on over.
I'm just saying, bro. iPhone, like, just something, man. Just something. Golly, because this thing is changing lives. It's changing lives.
Absolutely.
Real talk. Hey, Coco. Come on up to the stage, Coco. So,
Morning, Coco.
Yeah, bro. Devron, thanks so much for hanging out. Yes. Brother T. Yo, what it be, man? What's going on this morning, man?
Man, at work, getting it in.
Yes, sir. Devising that plan. What'd you say, bro?
At work, getting it in, listening to the show.
Yes, sir. You know, you're up there devising that plan to take over the world. Hey, bro, I'm looking at your profile pic. Where were you here? Is this a restaurant or is this a sports bar or something?
Yeah, it's a sports bar. I can't even think of the name of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You look like you was in it. Who was that playing? That was that a Ravens game or something like that?
Yeah, it was a Ravens game.
Ah, got you. Now, was that this year or was that last season or?
Last season.
Okay. Are you a Ravens fan, bro?
Yeah, I am.
Got you. Is that because it's, home team, or is that because like you, even if you didn't live here, would you? Yeah, that's a good question. If you didn't live here, would they be your team? Never asked anybody that.
I don't know.
He like, I don't want to speak on that. He like, you trying?
Because I work for them. I bartend.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Golly, bro. I really just don't have your best interest in mind asking you stuff like that, huh? Like, nah, that's what's up. I didn't know you bartend.
Yeah.
You bar. Okay, tell me more about that, man. So you down at the stadium or?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, I've been doing the Oreos for about 7-8 years, and then I've been doing Ravens for about 5.
Oh wow. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's got to be pretty fun, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun, cool, meet cool people.
Mm-hmm.
Make money under the table.
Right. So I this past year, and hey to Auntie Gina, hey Devron, hey Coco, once again, thanks for hanging out. This past year, I went to hey Tiny, thanks for dropping in. I went to the Ravens Stadium this past year, and I happened to be there for this real important city event. In fact, they were talking about things like, are the sales going down, or talking about the sales going down, and weathering the climate. And it wasn't a COVID thing. This was pre-COVID. This was just like, here we are in times now where not many people are renewing their season passes and these kind of things. They were just noticing decreasing in numbers. I forget the source. Maybe you might even be able to give me a little bit more insight on it. But it was my first time in like one of the main rooms where they had the bar and where I guess it was like a lounge and that kind of thing. Bro, that was...
Suite floor.
What was it? The suite floor, you said?
Yeah. They got, if you go through certain doors, then you go into little suites and you see the field, see the game. But
right,
you was on the back end of it.
Yeah, I was in this like big room where you came in. There was a bunch of seating. There was like 2 places to eat, and then it went into this open space where they wound up putting like about maybe 20 big tables. It was like maybe 200 people back there or something, and I was just like. My thing was, I was blown away at this space because I had never been in one of those special kind of VIP places, and I was like, "Whoa, bro, this is a real gem." I got a vlog I'm gonna put up, so everybody here, you'll see it, in a bit. Talking about my trip to the Ravens Stadium about a year ago. But yeah, bro, I was just like, wow, first time I was ever in some area like that. So yeah, that has to be a fun kind of thing with the people coming through and just the environment doing like. A good time.
Yeah, it's fun work. I mean, it's not hard work. You go there, do what you do, make your money.
Right.
But it's fun.
Yeah, bro. That's what's up, man. Well, I know you at work, bro. And I done already messed up once asking you about would the Ravens be your team if you weren't living here? I'm trying to get you fired, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you too long, bro. I know you're at work, so man, it's always good to talk to you, man. thanks so much,
Likewise.
man, for being on the show. And yeah, man, I look forward to catching up with you real soon.
All right, thanks for having me, bro.
No doubt, man. Have a great day today, bro.
You too.
Yes, y'all. Yes. Hanging out with the good brother T. Love, just hanging out with good people. I love learning new things about new people, about people. That's one of my favorite things in life, period. Like just being able to go from knowing a person to a certain degree, like in this case from, music and from Facebook and that kind of thing. But then being able to learn something about them, something about their life, something about, what makes them them, what's important to them, what their journey is like. It just teaches me a lot, Number one, you just learn things you didn't know because different people have different experiences. The other thing is you wind up making a connection with someone that has connections to a service or a product or just something else in life that, is a resource that you would need or to recommend to somebody else even, And then the third thing is to just meet somebody else who has similar principles and goals in life as you. So, it's one of my favorite things about just talking to people and finding out more about them. So yes, y'all. We're here just to say good morning, affirm each other on good days, be on our way, have some good conversations, great laughs. So on that tip, everybody, let's give a warm welcome to and say good morning to Tani. Good morning, Tani. Good morning. Yes. Yes.
It's snowing here. It's snowing. Well, yeah, it's stopped now.
Yeah. I was just about to say, I looked out there this morning. I was like, oh wow, we got a little snow on the ground. We got a little precipitation.
So snow over here is very uncommon, super uncommon. So when it snows, we get excited. Like we get really excited. But when it does snow, all the services stop because we're not used to it.
Right.
But yeah, it looks amazing. I love the snow.
Yes.
Hence why I like to travel to Switzerland because they have a lot of snow.
I was just about to say, for everybody here that doesn't know, where are you from? Where are you based?
London.
Yes. I like how you said that. Like, why did you even ask that? Like, don't you know? Like, no, I definitely remember it. But yeah, I just like to hear people from London say that they're from London because I love your accent, and that's numero uno. And then
when you're from London, I really should say I'm from the UK.
Yeah.
But when you're from London, you just say, oh, I'm from London. Everyone outside of London will say, oh, I'm from the UK. Basically, London is our country. Like, that's our country. Everyone else is just, like, not a part of it.
I was just about to say.
London. Is ours, London. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, look, let me tell you this. I was just about to say that. I was like, that definitely sounds like something that is particular to what it means to be from London, Because that's so cool. Like, hey, we're from London. You guys are from the UK, but we're from London. I love it. I'm a person who has not had the opportunity yet, but definitely looking forward to it in the near future to visit London, to just even experience what that means in real life to be in London, So I'm really excited, and I'm also excited, of course, as you would know, to know people, to get to be knowing good people from London that when I get there, I have some people to hang out with and see,
Definitely. Yeah, when you come, definitely, I can show you around. London is one of the most diverse capitals in the whole world. It's so multicultural. It's just you don't go to one place and see a certain type of people.
Right.
It's all mixed in. I think everyone's friendly. We don't have. we have like, obviously we have like a lot of things like police officers and stuff, but our police officers are most of them are cool. You obviously have your bad ones because you have good and bad everywhere, but
right.
yeah, it's not how we see it in the United States. Our officers are very subtle. They don't.
Right.
I mean, you have people who would just like, you know, barge past them and walk off. And they don't do anything. They're quite. They want to build, but they're more trying to be your friend.
Right. Relationship oriented.
Yeah, but you obviously do have the bad ones, but
for sure.
Most of them are cool. If you need directions anyway, you just wave them down and be like, oh, do you know where that place is? So yeah, it's
you know, it definitely. Yeah, that's what's up. I think I know, you know, I think I'm understanding why, even as I listen to you talk and as I just think about, you know, anything in the past that I've heard about London. So I'm a very diverse person, you know, when speaking about things, multicultural, you know, anything that deals with multi-dimensional, like is who I am. And all that I've heard over the course of my life is London being a very creative and fascinating place, from it being as diverse as it is. You know, I know, like, even now as I'm thinking about it, as we're having this conversation, that I'm gonna really, really enjoy London because of the type of person that I am. Like, you know, my mom was a 36-year school teacher, so I grew up with a lot of exposure and education. So one of my biggest like strengths or most significant traits is that I'm just fascinated with learning. I'm fascinated with diversity. I'm fascinated with art and, you know, the arts, like, you know, music and dance. And I'm fascinated with architecture, and I'm fascinated with like sociology, you know, and people and psychology, you know, these kind of things. And so when I think about London, that's always stood out to me as a place where I'd be like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah,
you know,
you would love it. You would love it. Like, so you can go to some places, and then you might have. So we have Chinatown, but then it's like mixed. And then you go into the city where it's like diverse. The city's diverse, and you have like your operas. It's like it's just really really diverse. That's why people who live in London, they're like, it's out, because if you go outside of London, it's different. It's different. So you will have your areas that are highly populated with white people or highly populated with black people. It depends, like, where you go.
Right.
And that's where most of the racism is outside.
Right.
But in London, it's so multicultural everywhere you go. It's just you don't go to one place and feel out of place, because if I want to go to an opera house, I'm not going to feel out of place because it's multicultural. You have all types of people there. It's really, and it's really. I like living here. I do like living in London.
Would you say?
Sorry.
Yeah. No, no problem. I really love this conversation. It seems to me, with that kind of like diversity, that the consciousness of the people, or the hello to Shireen, thanks for stopping in. Would you say, Tani, that like the mindset or the consciousness of the people is on like a higher vibration because of that? And I you know, I don't mean to use such vague language, but I say that because when I think about my time that I've spent over this last pre-COVID, over the last year and a half before that in Washington, D.C., I enjoyed it for that reason. It was because of the diversity and the consciousness of the people. You know, I got into so many good conversations. I had so many good experiences because of the fact that I was in my my place. You know, I was in my zone, because the type of person that I was matched with the environment around me. And that's what it sounds like London will be for me. I ain't even gonna say would be. I'm gonna say will be, because I'm coming to goddamn London. I'm coming.
Yes, most people over here are quite open-minded.
Right.
So, and we have we have understanding for other people and their cultures. And it's like I was saying to you before, it's probably added to why I have understanding for people that I might disagree with them, or
right,
not understand their way of living, but I have an understanding because I'm mixed with different people. You know, when I was going to
Right.
school, my classroom was diverse. Where I've worked in top positions and I'm a black woman in there, but I'm not feeling like out of place because it's diverse and because I've been around different kinds of people. So
Right.
you do have,
Right.
You do then your perspective is very
It's
open.
broad,
You're just surrounded by different people, different food, different way of life. And to be fair, now you're saying that environment definitely plays a point, which I never thought of before. Because if you come from an environment which is diverse and multicultural, and you see.
Tony, looks like we might have lost you for a second there. There we go. We can hear you now.
Oh, sorry, a phone call came. Sorry, but now you said that, environment definitely plays a part in how you look at the world. Because like I said, my environment it's always been multicultural. Living in London is very multicultural.
Right.
Very, 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 very much multicultural. And like I said, we even like with our officers as well, like the police officers, they try to appease the community rather than go against the community. So you do have your bad apples, like you do in every
way with everywhere. Right.
Yeah, but they try to appease you, which is why it's heartbreaking when I see things happen in America with the officers. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're not used to that. We don't. It's not like that over here. So yeah,
definitely.
Come to London, it's multicultural. You'll like it. You enjoy it. There's so many different types of food.
Yeah.
And people are happy.
I was just about to say that. So, number one, I'm definitely coming to London. You know, first of all, if I came to London for no other reason to meet you, Tani, I'm coming to London.
Yes, I will take you around. I'll show you all the sights.
I am so there for that. And in addition to that, you know, the other thing that I think about is, again, as we, you know, travel down a little bit farther in this rabbit hole here, you know, exposure and education makes the difference to me in everything. I really believe that the answer to all the world's problems is exposure and education. Exposure and education. Education and exposure. And the reason why I say that is because it puts the left brain and right brain together. It gives you the analytical, it gives you some facts and some data and some stats. But it also gives you the right brain where the experience comes into play. The exposure, being in the midst of life, living life, hearing things, hearing perspective, feeling things, you know, having experiences, having the ups and the downs, having the ins and outs, the twists and the turns. You put those two things together, and then you have a person that is very diverse, that has a broad spectrum, and is able to continue to grow and learn. You have, in my opinion, the best kind of human being that you can have, where they have some facts and some data and some things from the past that they could bring to the present moment for navigation, but they also are just as open-minded. You know, so I happen to be fortunate because my mom is a 36-year school teacher, and so from the time that I was born, and now as recently as I think about a month ago, I found this out from my mom that before I was born, she was already planning, she was already working towards my greatest good when it came to education and exposure. And that would be in the form of her being a teacher's assistant and sitting in the classroom 7 months before I was born, taking notes of all the deficiencies in the kids in the classroom, so that way she could have that list and she could start from there to make sure I wasn't deficient and then build on top of that. So like, I have a true value of education and exposure, and I look for other opportunities to continue to expound on that. So London, here the fuck I come, because
your mom done an incredible job, and I think it's like I said to you before with my dad.
Dad, right.
Growing up, we had the Bible, we had the Quran, we had all of them in the house.
Right.
Because he said that, you need to be open to people's perspectives, and your way of thinking is not the only way. And
Yes.
it's like I was saying to you before, if you have an elephant and I stand at the front of the elephant and you stand at the back of the elephant, your perspective is going to be different from mine. Yeah.
Right.
Mine doesn't mean mine is right. It's just my perspective based on where I grew up and how I look at things. So he's always taught me that you need to be always open to learn.
Yes.
You need to be open that your opinion and your way of thinking is not the only way. And I think that's why I'm very understanding and compassionate for people. Like I said, even when they have things that I don't agree with,
yes,
I can have an understanding and respect what they're saying, because they've come to that conclusion based on what they've seen in the world or what's happened to them in the world. It's only now you're saying about being in London. I think my environment has also helped with that, because my environment is multicultural. You do get to see a lot of different people from all walks of life, so you're encountering them. So yeah, come to London, you will love it. I will show you the sights. You will have a good time. Here's and anyone else wants to come to London, come and I will show you around.
yes Tani, I so love your energy. So speaking of perspective, like you and I were talking about the other day, and like how you just mentioned with the elephant metaphor, perspective is what it is. So speaking of perspectives, I want your perspective on two last things. So number one, I always like to ask people this, because when I think about coming to their area and it's an area that I'm not familiar with, I like to have fun asking them one thing that I must do when I'm in that area, like one experience I must have. Whether it's a taste, whether it's a food, a restaurant, a sight to see, nature, whatever. Now, I'm gonna ask you two. So one is, for the nerd in me, what's one museum that I need to visit? And then the second will be, for the foodie in me, what's one place that I should go to eat that's one of your favorite places, like, and it doesn't matter if you think I like this or that, just like one that's your favorite that you think I should try. So a museum and a food junk.
So for the nerd in you, I would say to go to the Science Museum. Okay. Our science museums have like these massive dinosaurs and other animals. It's really well, I love it, because I would consider myself a nerd too.
Yes. I'm a proud nerd.
It's educational, but you have all these fun activities you can do. You see like huge-sized dinosaurs and huge-sized other animals, and you can actually like move them around, and they have all these massive screens. It's
nice.
Really nerdy.
Okay.
And next to it, you have other museums and like a massive book library, a huge book library. So I'll say go there.
What was the name of that museum? I know you said Science Museum, but what is it?
Science Museum.
Oh, it's just called Science Museum. Okay, got it.
And then for the food,
the foodie in me. I'm a Taurus, so I'm a foodie. So food is gold to me, while other people like gold and money. I like food.
Okay. Okay, we have something called Tinseltown.
Tinseltown.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. So, you see, in London, we like American food.
Right.
We like because how it looks on TV for people in America is just amazing. Because you guys have the massive side juice. We don't have. Yeah, so we have a place called Tinseltown, which is our American diner where we like to go. But if you're in America, you're not gonna probably want to go there because you already have that sort of food.
But I'm cool with it though. I'm cool with it, you know.
Or you can try it and see if it matches up. If it matches up how it is in America, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, because I like to have different experience for different reasons. So like, first of all, like I was telling you, is that one of your favorite places, Tani?
Tinseltown, yeah. We get the Oreo milkshakes.
Right. Okay, boom. And that's why I was asking that, because what I wanted to do was live vicariously through you. No, but it meant most to me to see like what was one of your favorite, and then from there, then I'm looking to just have fun with the experience and just but by being connected directly to you, it'll be even that much more meaningful as I prepare for my London trip. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, anyone who wants to come to London, I will show you around. Show you all the good
100.
places, all the nice food places, take you to the opera house.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you love it. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
We have like in the city, we have like something called a gondola where you sit on it and they ride you through the streets. It's really nice. So,
Oh wow. Oh yeah, it's on. I'm booking my ticket now. Tani, as always, Tani, we had an amazing conversation the other day. It just continues. Tani, I really, really enjoyed talking to you, and we have built on so much in such little time. I mean, the other day, if you all weren't here for Quote Lover's Delight, that's every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you weren't here, OMG, we chopped it up. But that's what happens every Saturday as we build on things with beautiful and emotionally intelligent people. Tani, it is so good to talk to you again. I want to affirm you on an amazing, amazing day today on purpose. And I can't wait to talk to you again. By all means, hang around. You don't have to leave, but it is good to talk to you.
I'll hang around in here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll hang around.
Everybody, let's open up your microphones and say a huge, huge good morning again to Tani. Yes. Good morning, Tani.
Have a great day.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tani. Have a great day.
Yes. Oh, I also meant to ask you, Tani, for pronunciation's sake, am I pronouncing your name right?
So no, but I'm not a fussy person. So it's really Tenny. Blame my parents. I don't know why they spelled it T-A-N-I when it should be. It's pronounced T-E-N-I.
Got it. Tenny.
People call me Tani, Tanya. Right. I just take whatever now. I'm not fussy anymore.
I feel you.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
No doubt. Well, that's all good. I appreciate that, and that attitude as well. Fortunately, by me being a musician, I'm going to be able to remember Tenny, but the day that I forget and I have the musician's Alzheimer's in the moment, at least I know that you will charge it to my head and not my heart.
Well, it's like Penny with the T.
That's it.
Yeah.
Penny with the T. That's probably going to be it. Tenny with the T. I mean, Penny with the T. Oh.
I'm always asking my parents, why did you do that spelling? And they haven't given me an answer yet. So.
Let me tell you though, I think I got one though that I really think actually tops your parents' work. Check this out. So my dad's girlfriend's name is Deneen. All right, so I'm gonna say it very slowly. It's Deneen, but the way that it's spelled is D-E-A-N. I think N-N-E or D-E-A-N-E. So it looks like just Dean, but it's actually pronounced, or Deanne, which is what I thought. Yeah. But it's pronounced Deneen. I was like, well, all right then. That's all I could give it.
Deneen, but it's spelled Deneen. D-E-N-I-N-E.
Right. So, and I'm not opposed to anything, but I was like, she could have helped a brother and a sister and a daughter. First of all, a daughter. She could have helped a daughter out first, and then a brother and a sister and everybody else that would be trying to pronounce it and would fuck it up every time because it's nowhere near close. Anyway, but what's really funny is my dad is like, it is close, man, if you just look at it. I'm like, that's love speaking, sir. That's love.
That's love, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And once again, everybody, I want to welcome you this morning. I got started late, y'all. I was trying to get this damn computer program together so I could broadcast and take over the world. And my damn equipment was acting crazy. So it's so good to see y'all here. You, and you too. And to my Facebook people, hello. We just hanging out. On the AP Morning Show. And so, yes, I'm preparing to go to London now and really a whole bunch of places because my favorite thing is to not only have new experiences. Not only to meet new people, but to also have new experiences along with that. And one of the things that helps about when you travel is when you know somebody where you're going. So I'm just so excited to be here with you all today. And so as we move on forward with this experience, I'm going to give you just a couple thoughts. We're flowing with this. I like this one from yesterday. This is one of my original quotes, one of my original writings. So I want to share it with you again. check this out. Hey, you. Yes, you. If you are listening to me as I'm talking right now, I just wanted to grab your attention just to say to you, to stop worrying about other people's judgment, their lack of support or validation for who you are, your value or your worth. Because they don't understand you like you do. You don't need anyone to approve of you. You understanding you, which is self-awareness, the first tenet, the first component of emotional intelligence. You understanding you and understanding your heart, intentions, and motivations are the only validation you need. So go forth in positivity. Positivity, like real shit. Be unapologetic about who you are. Trust your gut, yourself, and your intentions. And let the chips fall where they may. Operation No Regrets. Don't beat yourself up later for wishing you would have just been yourself right now. Don't make the mistake of realizing later that their opinion shouldn't have mattered as much as you allowed it to. Go forth and make it do what it do. Just make it do what it do. Just make it do what it do. And you also be great while you're at it. Because this is Operation No Regrets. Operation No Regrets. Yes, y'all. And so on that tip, everybody, let's say a huge good morning. And if you'd like to come up to the stage, by all means, you know what to do. You can raise your hand. Yes. Let's open up our microphones as we come to the stage and say a huge good morning to our beloved Auntie Gina, aka Truth for Life, y'all. It's Truth for Life, y'all. It's Truth for Life.
Good morning, Auntie Gina.
Truth for Life, y'all.
And Dianara and Deborah and Talia.
Truth
What's
for
up?
Life, y'all. What's up? It's Truth for Life, y'all. Truth.
I feel so good.
Oh
I'm
my
so
goodness.
proud of myself.
Yeah, why you feeling good? Why you feeling good, Auntie Gina? Why you feeling
I
good?
infused some honey yesterday for
Yes.
this dude with cancer who really can't eat. So I figured I'd infuse honey so it'll help coat his throat or whatever and make it easier for the medicine to get to him. Child, that medicine is so strong. I'm second thinking sending it to him because I took one swig of that stuff and I was towed up.
You
I was like, oh my
are
God. So I have to send it with very, very strict directions so that, you know, it's not like he can OD, but he'll be going to sleep. But, you know, and I made some peanut butter pecan cookies, and they turned out
what?
so
Oh
good.
my goodness! Did you just say peanut butter pecan cookies, Auntie G?
I
What?
did. I chopped up a bunch of pecans.
Auntie G.
They just tasted way better than I imagined, and I'm very happy with myself. That's all I have to say.
Oh
I've never had
my.
that before in my life. I've never had that.
Auntie G, you just said pecans, which are one of my favorite, and peanut butter, which is my second favorite. And that, oh my god.
Definitely infused with canna.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So before my mouth waters and slobbers all over my microphone, I'm going to get off of that subject. Hold on a second, because I gotta swallow the damn spit. My damn mouth is water. Hold on, let me drink a sip of this damn tea out of the Aaron Hill mug. Y'all can't see it because y'all on Clubhouse, but I'm showing it on Facebook. If you're on Facebook,
I have my French pressed organic coffee, so I'm good.
Auntie G, but do you have your Aaron Hill mug, your acceptance mug? No, I know you don't, Auntie G. I'm just messing with you.
Your little video
Mine should be on the way, though.
Wait a minute.
I need a huge mug. I can't be dealing with them little video mugs.
Auntie G, did you just call my mug an itty bitty mug? Oh my god!
I meant in regular size. For me, I have to do double regular size. I need big cups. I need big cups of coffee. I'm sorry.
Auntie G. cannot do anything but laugh, Auntie G. Look, even if I wanted my feelings to be hurt, I couldn't, Auntie G, because your honesty has me crying. So look, Auntie G, yeah. Right, true for life. True for life. Like, you ain't read the sign, brother. You didn't read the sign before you walked in. You didn't. No, it's all good, Auntie G. I'm going to come out. In fact, it's funny you said that. One of the next things that I was talking, in fact, with Sherry Goodall about, you know, we're building out my Aaron Hill sentiments flow. And I was talking about, like, one of the next things that I'm looking to do is, I think I'm going to do a big, like, canteen, like one of the big, like, you know, the ones that are stainless steel. I'm going to do an Aaron Hill sentiments version of that. I'm going to do just a number of these things that just are part of your regular life, people. You know, your cups and your air fresheners and just little things to help you and just to surround you with just positivity and, you know, a little bit more if you don't get enough on this damn show. But anyway, Auntie G, so look, it's all good. You don't have to buy it. I would say you could get it to drop a plant in it, though. You know, a plant might look a little nice in it or something, Auntie G.
Well,
I ain't messing with you, Auntie G. Let me.
I was trying to do something here. I was trying to say maybe the air fresheners.
Right, there we go.
Because I don't go anywhere.
Right.
I have to totally give them to other people to put in their cars. So.
I love it, Auntie G. I will be sending air fresheners your way ASAP, Auntie G.
And then mommy and me pillow is a no-go for me because I'm not that type of my mom. So I really don't want to face all next to me like that.
Yeah, I get it, Auntie G. I totally get it. Look, it's all good in the hood. Auntie G, let me tell you something. I gotta go back to this this honey that you made that will put a Mother Hubbard in a daze. Okay, now.
Oh my God, I made it that strong. I have shocked myself. Okay?
You said I took one swipe. Yeah, you didn't say I was tore up. You said I was toe up. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even have a spoonful. I'm telling you, a swipe with my finger. Well, I did it a couple of times, so maybe it was about a spoonful. But you know what I'm saying. It was so good. I was very surprised.
Auntie Gina's potent products is what comes up for me. I'm like, yeah. Well, the good thing is, at least, you know, you were able to figure that out before you sent it on its way, because he might have been singing, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, just like literally for no reason at all times of night.
Well, think about it. He can't eat, so giving him a cookie is just beautiful. And I figured if honey could just like drip on his lips, it'll help coat his throat some, and he'll still get the medicine without, you know.
Right.
That's why I did it that way.
I just gotta say, you know, for those that don't know, and you know, it is my honor and privilege to just continually highlight this, because I love good people and I love this beautiful good people that I've met in this environment. You know, Auntie G is one of my favorite people. You know, a cancer curing people and helping people with cancer, helping to, you know, them to ease their pain and ease their troubles. And I just want to say to you, Auntie G, like, the work that you do, it just really is special. I know, you know, we don't have to go into why you're doing that kind of thing. Like, I know why, but I just want to tell you, it means a lot to me. Like, it just really is special to me to know someone like you. That's all I want to say to you, you know. And yes, y'all, Auntie G, that swipe made her high as, I ain't gonna say it, but and I'm not gonna make you say it either, but yeah, I get it.
I'll say it anyway. High as a giraffe's pussy.
OMG.
You know, I can fly without wings right now.
Yes, y'all. This is the best time of my life right now. Enjoying these moments and these mornings with you all. I tell you, I wouldn't be anywhere else. When I told someone what I was doing, as I tell people what I'm doing here on Clubhouse, I'm like, yeah, you all have known me on YouTube, Facebook, all these other places every day, and I'm still there, but yeah, you can find me first on Clubhouse, because why don't you just come over there, because I get a chance to talk to you and hear you laugh and hear your voice, ask you how your mom and them, how your pops and them, you know, we can hang out for a few. So I thank you all, because like I told you all, I still actually haven't announced really what I've been doing here to my broader audience. So what you're about to see coming this week is a whole bunch of people in this room in the audience that are people that have known me for years, and they're going to meet my new friends here. And I just want to say it's such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. Every day for the last 30 days, y'all have been my family. I love y'all. And on that tip, everybody, let's say a huge good morning to the good brother, Meyer Clarity.
Hi.
Good morning, Meyer.
Yes.
How is everybody doing?
What up, Meyer? We good, bro. We good. How about you, bro? Bringing the clarity.
I'm good. It's great to be here again this morning.
100.
Starting the day off right on some good vibes. I'm still partially waking up, so I'm about 60% human.
Right.
40% asleep.
Right. 60% human, 40% sleepwalker, sleep talker. Bruh.
State.
Right.
I am a notorious sleep talker.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my girl's been taking a list of shit I do and say.
Wow. Okay.
And the highlight reel includes very clearly and succinctly me yelling, "How about you go fuck yourself?" I don't know what I was doing, but I was chewing somebody out.
Oh my God, bro.
Enough to say it in reality.
Bro, let me tell you from your inflections and everything. Whoever you said that to, bro, they needed to hear that actually. Like they were on some bullshit. I could tell from your tone that shit was warranted. It was justified.
Oh, absolutely.
I was just about to ask you, bro. I was gonna ask you. Well, first I was gonna ask you: is your last name actually Clarity, or is that your artist name, your pseudonym?
Oh, that's a stage name.
Love it, bro.
Clarity.
Love it.
I'll
And
tell you my real last name though. It's a funny story. But sorry, go ahead. What were you gonna ask?
oh, no problem. And I was gonna say with that, the next thing I was gonna ask you was what you were saying in these in these talk sessions in your sleep. Well, were you like uncovering some, like unpacking some truth? Were you like cursing some people out? My man said, "Why don't you go fuck yourself?" Is there anything else that came out that was like on some next level, like bionic man psychic shit?
Hey, was there anything else that? Oh yeah, this is another good one actually. I was apparently singing the bridge to an Outkast song.
Wow.
And we
Wow.
are the coolest motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah. Bro.
So, apparently that happened too. I don't know. I don't remember any of it.
Bro, the Meyer Clarity sleep experience, bro, is a whole vibe by itself, bro. You get.
It's a movie theater. But to answer your question, I was probably chewing out my pops.
Okay.
Who I'm yelling at, it was probably
Right.
Pop.
AKA warranted. If it's anything like my pop, and that's with love. That's like, hey, I love you, but man, hey. Oh my God.
I love you, but I don't like you.
Right, I don't like you right now. Oh man, bro, it's always good to catch up with you, man. Yeah, bro. I was just, man, thinking about that conversation we had yesterday with Mike, bro. That hip hop conversation. I'm like, bro, like, man, the people that I'm meeting here, on these tips. And then last night, you and I were hanging out, Coco Lorraine Vera's room. For anybody that doesn't know, if you weren't around in these streets with this family, then you don't know, and it's all good. Last night, Coco Lorraine Vera had an event. She'll probably pop back up in here soon. She had an event here on Clubhouse last night, 6 p.m. It was called Canada and Racism. Yes, it's a real thing. And whew, right, bro. And I was there. We were chopping it up. Maya Clarity was there. Pamela was there. Dianara was there. Yeah, it was. Yeah, just some good times. Good times. We're talking about something that's real important. So yeah, bro, I enjoyed that last night. And there she comes to save the day.
Oh, right as we talked about last night.
Serendipity, bro. Plus intention equals life. Coco!
Wow.
Coco!
Hey, Coco.
Good morning. Good morning, Coco.
Good morning.
Yeah, Coco. we were just Maya and I catching up here and just talking about different things that we relate about. And I was bringing up, like, last night and just the conversation and just how many good things are going on here. In that convo that you had last night, Canada and racism and these things. Myra, what was, I enjoyed it from the perspective of, here I am as a U.S. citizen. I've learned a lot about Canada in this last year and a half from talking to Coco and learning so much about the environment. I too was kind of under a different impression, largely, and I even now I think back, I even had the conversations in my head at some point, like, man, look, the healthcare is free there, and it seems like a chill place, where I could just be myself, boom, boom, boom. But as I would find over the next year and a half, not quite so for my particular taste. Like, not as a catch-all or blanket, but not so much for who I am. But I'm like, oh, there are definitely people that are there that are like myself, because I meet the Maya Clarities of the world, the Coco Lorraine Veras of the world. Last night, the Brittany and the Lenoras and Maria, and just people that I'm like, oh yeah. So, I had a lot of fun last night learning, also with more confirming about things that I knew and being able to be a part of that. What for you, what did you enjoy about last night's conversation?
If I had to sum it up in an analogy,
yeah.
I guess I would say last night was kind of like, you have like a wound that's under a bandage, and you can feel it starting to get infected.
Right.
There's this sense of denial in you that's like, no, I'm not going to open the bandage up. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. And it just starts getting smellier and weirder and worse, and you just don't want to open that bandage up.
Right.
And you don't want to assess the situation. I feel like that conversation is the act itself of removing the bandage and opening up and seeing just how infected the wound is, and getting a proper assessment of what you need to do to treat that ailment. And it felt like, it's like a rip off the Band-Aid, like, let's take a look at this seriously kind of thing. And so my main takeaway from that was just it was a lot of confirmation.
Right.
A lot of things I didn't know that I learned about.
Right.
And just honestly, I was just grateful to be invited into that space and to just be able to share what I could share, listen and take everything in.
For sure, bro. I couldn't affirm that. Yeah, my bad, bro. I couldn't affirm that more, man. Like, I I really learned a lot myself, and I love being a listener. It's the first thing that I say to people. It's the first thing on my bio about myself. It's the first thing I say to people when I meet them. Like, I just really enjoy being a listener, because if you listen, my number one thing in life is how to become a genius, or at least a bit more informed. You listen twice as much as you talk, and then before you talk, you listen one more time. And so I enjoyed it from that perspective, like you, bro. I also enjoyed it for exactly what you just summed up so eloquently about the bandage and the Band-Aid and the wound. And it echoed my words, which was the last thing I had to say to Coco before closing out that room, which was just like, excuse me, thank you. Thank you for having the courage. Thank you for having the courage to go forward with a conversation like this. Because the number one thing needed to look at that wound, to be able to face what you just said, is you have to have the courage to be willing to talk about it and be open up to have the conversation. And, for Coco, as she expressed, even earlier in the room, if you all were here earlier in the day, Coco was just like, she's like, I'm glad you're excited about it, AA Ron, because, I'm nervous and this is something, and I totally understood it. But it's one of the things that I really, really appreciate about Coco's personality is that she has that persevering spirit to go forward in the face of fear. She has that courage to go forward. So you're right, bro. It's the more I've been learning about over this past year, the more I realize, oh, this is important for someone, for some people to step up and be willing to at least have the conversation and push past the fear in the midst of a nation that in many ways is completely against that grain. And like we talked about, the covert aspect of it, which makes it even more insane. So I just really echo your sentiments in that, bro. And I feel the same way. It was really enlightening to listen, and glad, once again, Coco, I want to just salute you again for having the courage to make that space for us and for all of us to have that conversation.
Oh, you're welcome. I wouldn't say that I was afraid as much as I was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been having the Black History Month conversation, our history for years as a speaker.
Right.
But it was interesting bringing it to a U.S. stage, and I really wanted to honor the history and speak well of our experiences,
right,
so that we get a good understanding. But it was like who was it that was saying, one of the young ladies was so eloquent when she was saying, it's like we have to prove that racism exists because it's so subtle. And I think that's what was challenging for me.
Yeah.
Was how do you explain something that's so hidden,
Right.
And I love the analogy just now that Meyer gave about that Band-Aid.
Right.
And if I could take that a step further, it's like putting a Band-Aid on cancer.
Yeah.
So you lift up the Band-Aid and there's no scar. You're like, what are you talking about? It's really nice here. Look at your skin. It's perfect. Why do you have a Band-Aid on? And I was like, yeah, but there's cancer under here, And they're like, well, we don't see that. And then you get an X-ray. Like, well, we get an X-ray and we don't see that.
Right.
Well, you can't tell by an X-ray that there's cancer.
Right.
Well, we did an MRI on the brain, but it's not brain cancer, it's skin cancer. And it's like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
it's like putting a Band-Aid on cancer and then gaslighting after that. Like, you just really fucking, that's a number.
We don't understand why. What do you mean it hurts? And it's like, well, can you explain the pain?
Right.
Because, we make basketball programs for youth, that Black youth in particular, and I've donated to, all kinds of organizations that serve Black youth. And in fact, the government gave $1 million to Black organizations across Canada. And like $1 million, really? What the heck is that going to do to when there's, there's 1 million Black people in Canada, so each of us gets $1. Ooh, reparations. Right.
Hooray. Her fucking Ray. You know what I mean?
So that's kind of where my heart is, and then there's these questions. Well, how come Black people aren't doing anything? How come? Okay, well, we wouldn't be where we are if we didn't.
Right.
And just living and surviving is enough. So why is it Black people's responsibility to fix everything? So I think it's just, I was angry, I was uncomfortable, I was kind of, I can't say over it, but there was that I'm over this. Like,
right.
I don't need to prove to people that racism exists in Canada. But then again, I wanted to. So it was a good conversation. It was uncomfortable, and that's a good thing.
Right.
We have to lean into, like you said, Aaron, lean into being uncomfortable, because that's how we change.
Right.
100%.
Meyer, go ahead. Meyer.
By the way, I just I don't think I actually properly thanked you last night for hosting the room. Just having that conversation. So I just wanted to take a second to do that right now and say thanks so much, Coco. Like, that was I know it was uncomfortable for you, and you got to a point where you were over it. So I just extra appreciate that you hosted that space with us, even if you weren't like 100% like energized to do so, So I just super appreciate it.
Well, I super appreciate you being there and adding such value, because it does take all of us, and you said some really poignant things too about, you have to tell the story, and you talked about the Holocaust. And what was that you said again? I just want to really remember that, because it was really cool.
Just the Jew quota thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically, like pre-Holocaust, Hitler was just trying to essentially deport all the Jewish people out of Germany, and pretty much every country was like, nah. And Canada said, no, we have a Jew quota, and we're full, so you can go ahead and kill them.
Wow. Yeah, this, these kind of things, right?
We have a Jew quota, meaning we have enough Jews here in Canada, so you can kill them.
Yeah. In this giant empty country.
Wow.
Right. In a giant, but we can only have like 2 or 3 Jews per city, right? Is that?
Yeah, that's wild. That's so crazy. I tell you.
But you know what? That's so interesting, and just hearing, like, I really appreciate even listening to that, because over here in London, we have this image of Canada. Canada's spoken about to be a place where, like, it's free and there's, like, not really much racism and everyone's equal. So it's just, I've never heard that side of Canada. So I would have loved to be in that room yesterday. I think it's just such an enlightening conversation, because, wow. So our perception and what you see in here really does play a part in how you think about places. I've never heard that about Canada. So, wow.
Oh, yeah, we have a whole list of things, from the slavery to the Jim Crow to the, lack of, just police brutality and racism. And, my story I tell all the time about my son, when the teacher told him to get out of his class, and he said, no, I need this grade. You're not kicking me out. And she said, well, I'll tell everybody that you threatened me. Who are they going to believe, a white woman, female teacher, or a big, tall black boy? And I will ruin you, what she said to him. And luckily he recorded it on his phone. And then he went to the principal and told them, and they covered it up. And I was going to go there, guns blazing, and tell everybody else. And he said, Mommy, let me handle it, please. I want to handle this. Because he knew my mom had this bear in her. I was going to get everybody fired, like everybody.
Right.
And so I gave him the the right to have his own agency and to handle it himself. But and those are things that are still happening today. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? How he was treated as a medical community. I don't think you have asthma, and I think maybe you might have some anxiety. It's not easy being a black boy in the city. And, so there's a lot to it. It's very friendly, kind, loving racism.
Yeah, the worst kind, the covert kind that's so subtle. Like, all forms of racism are terrible. But as I've been studying different things when it comes to overt and covert, like narcissism and abuse and these kind of things, it's that nuanced version that allows for the gaslighting to happen. And then when you add on top of that a little bit of psyops and a little bit of media, or a little bit of like, we want to all just meet up to this particular standard because we don't want to be looked at or lose our jobs, then you add that with that covert thing, oh gosh, then you have something that continues to go, why certain people say that it's not a reality at all. And before you can even get to fighting the wound, you have people saying, what wound? So, not fighting, but, healing the wound or fighting the poison or the toxicity. They're like, what toxicity? What wound do we have to heal? So, once again, I want to thank Coco for what she did. And Tani, and what you asked, this is something that, Coco was saying that she's going to, do again. So you can definitely look out from that, to be able to keep in touch with Coco for that, and everybody else here as well. Because I'm
actually really excited about an idea that came to surface last night in Avon, which I know you're going to help me with. But
okay.
Imagine having a conversation, a room with the greats. So I'm going to look for actors and singers and poets. So Martin Luther King Jr. comes into the stage, and Billie Holiday, and Portia White, which is one of our Canadian performers, and what would that be like? And all the actors, obviously their images will be those characters, and we just chop it up with all of these great heroes that made a difference.
Right.
And is that something that y'all would be interested in seeing and participating in? I think it's kind of cool.
Yes, you all can clap it up or open up your mics and affirm. 100%.
Absolutely. That would be so dope.
Yes. So, y'all know, this is one of the beautiful things I love about these experiences. You know, since saying yes to myself, it continues to help others say yes to themselves. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about all the just amazing ideas that's come out of this room and just this space. All the people that have met each other and continue to meet and go on doing amazing things. And the fact that I get the beautiful opportunity to say that, hey, here's where it started. Here's where it happened. The AP Morning Show, as we stand here as accountability partners day by day by day. So yesterday, I talked about a new segment that I'm going to be having here on the show around like the 9-ish kind of time, where it's about some of the things going on with Clubhouse, the updates, sharing like some useful information for you to have, like, you know, some new features that you need to be thinking about using or are using, you know, etiquette or how to use this for your product, service, or brand, you know, to build out from this perspective. With Sherry Goodall, we're going to hang out for a few seconds and just give y'all some info. So first off, everybody say good morning to Sherry. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning, Sherry.
Yes.
Good morning. What's happening?
What's happening? You know, especially with the conversation we had not too long ago, I was like, every time I hear that saying, I'm like, oh, that's merch. That's merch immediately. Like, and this is even more confirmation because I'm like, yep. What's happening, Sherry?
I think you're the only person that loves when I say what's happening.
Oh my goodness. If y'all love how she just said that, please clap up your mics. That was just like the coolest, most down to earth, like, what's happening? Like,
Y'all, I know he paid you.
OMG. Good morning. So,
Good morning.
we are like, you know, what I was looking at doing today was, you know, we talked about some updates yesterday, and actually, because you and I both know, especially when it comes to content, that one piece of content is never fucking ever enough. So one of the things I wanted to do was to just go over a few of those things again for everybody that wasn't here. For those that were here, they were like, wait a minute, I had a question about that. So I'm going to run down the list of some of the new updates. Now, I'll tell you all that 12 noon on Sundays, they have the Clubhouse Town Hall here. If you didn't know, that's where the developers, they are together, the founders, and they have a meeting here with all of us, share the new updates, some testimonials about what's going on, and they answer questions. It's really, really exciting. And so let's do it by flowing in this direction. Sherry, I'm going to run off a few of these things. So here we go. So everybody make note of these, or just remember these. You got your hide room feature. You can now slide to hide a room you don't want to see in the hallway. And slide it from left to right. Boom. The auto mute mic feature, something that I talked about as soon as I got into this app. I was like, when you hit the stage, it should be where your microphone is muted automatically, not where you have to mute it. Because if you happen to be in a place where you're waiting for a while and they're like, yeah, we'll get to you, just let us chop it up here, and they answer your hand raising 10 minutes like past time and you've walked away from your phone, you don't know you're on stage. So, you know, the auto mute thing is just a no-brainer from an engineer's perspective. So that's there. They have less hand raising toast. Now when people raise their hands to go on the stage, you won't see every single ping where it keeps pinging you. It'll go into a queue so you can see the number adding up and you can check it and see the people in order and everything. To me, I think that actually even gives a more organized system. You'll still get pings, it just won't be as much, so it won't be as overwhelming for people that are in rooms moderating with a lot of people. They got a grant program that they've unveiled for content creators here and for Clubhouse, which is exciting, very much exciting. Monetization. They're looking at monetization via tips, which is great for people like myself that are musicians and they do different things on here, or that do a morning show like this, and have a way for you to help out if you want to contribute. And so, I have it in my bio, but at the same time, they're looking at adding a couple tools here like Venmo and Cash App and, just a few of the ones that are prominent. So that way, we have that option. I think that's a good thing. I think the pros outweigh the cons when it comes to monetization because, yes, there's a whole bunch of stuff that would not be cool for people to do. I think that's just a matter of having the security to just make sure you take care of that. But for the people that are using it in a good way, boom, that would be actually a great feature. Sherry, what did you think about the monetization?
I'm always leery of monetization of platforms.
Yeah.
It always starts out as a good thing, but then it becomes what it should be, money driven. And that's what we've seen happen with Facebook. So my perception of monetization is really as a digital marketer, and it makes you pay to play. And that's what I do all day long. I work with people who want to pay to play in social media. So, it's a business. I get it. I just love the platform so much that I just hope that it doesn't deter from the greatness of what it is right now.
It's interesting because I feel you in that, right? Like from the heart, because I feel the same way. When I read the manifesto, I feel like it's safe. Like I really feel like this app will always be about audio and the people first and real connections and that kind of thing. And then I think that only the sensible things monetarily I think will come into play. Because when you really listen to Paul and Rohan and Anu speak, like you hear something different than I think I've heard in almost any thing that goes on to be as big as it is. Now, I wasn't around for young Mark Zuckerberg and those conversations. In fact, it'd probably be in my best interest to kind of look it up and just see how he was talking when he was first building it. But the way that they've built this thing, I really just feel like it'll never be overly commercialized and just go to the dumps as far as money. I think only the sensible things. Like, for instance, at some point, if they did want to do something like when it was enough people in here the way it just made sense and they wanted to do a small subscription, like a $10 or something like that, I actually think that would be a good thing because what it would do is as you get the overpopulation and the oversaturation, and then you just have the bad apples in a bunch, it would weed out people that are on here for bullshit because ain't nobody going to pay a subscription to be on here for bullshit unless they really feel like their bullshit is good shit, but not to just be on here doing dumb shit. Nobody's going to pay a subscription to do dumb shit. So when it comes to that, I'm more for monetization. I'll tell everybody, here's a few things that they were looking at as far as monetization. A gifting system, which is kind of how, like I said, where you can tip individuals for certain services that they do and it be done in a legit way, not scammy. Possibly ticketed events, and then the idea of a subscription fee. They're not moving on it right now, but they're just a thing that's tossing around. But yeah, Sherry, I think. Go ahead.
I feel like if they do those things and those things alone, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's when we get into the business of advertising and sponsored promoted rooms and things like that,
right,
or promoted clubs, that's when I feel like it gets tricky and watered down.
100%.
So, I like the idea of the things you mentioned, but as long as it doesn't go beyond that, and I'm a little bit of a pessimist when it comes to this because I've just seen it go left.
Right.
They started out with, oh yeah, this is going to be great. It'll be better for everybody. And then money gets involved and people are like, oh, big brands start coming to you, the possibility of being partnered up or bought out, so we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that you're right and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I really am.
If it weren't for the manifesto, and for everybody here, when I say manifesto, what I mean is if you go to join Clubhouse, you Google it so that way you go to the home screen, you'll see the thing. And I think they kind of changed the message now with this last update, but there was a link there that just shows you the story, or at least it was an article written in July. And it was when the app first had its first big explosion, and they were just talking wow, they didn't expect this. But when you hear their words, when you hear their heart, and when you listen to them in the town hall, like, they don't really sound. Now, of course, I'm not trying to open this up to a big debate or conversation, so it's not like that. Because of course you can't put anything past anybody. But like when I hear them speak, they don't really seem like the type of people that would sell out for dumb shit when it comes to money. They seem like the type of people that first they're just about the fact of how this is really, really benefiting our lives and creating amazing things from a good place of empathy and compassion. They use those words in the article. But then in addition to that, they seem like the type of people that would only go in a direction of if money made, things where money made sense, to actually grow the product and keep going, but not to sell it out. But like you said, time will tell. I'm going to give a few final things. And then Sherry, I know you said there was something else you wanted to throw in there. And we'll jump back into convo. Everybody, again, thank you. And also thank you for your patience, new segment. And I want to bring some more value. So things that I am most excited about. Again, the auto mute mic feature is 4 weeks away. They said they didn't want to touch the servers right now because they want to help to stop these crashes first and other things that are priorities. I am excited about the fact that they're going to have status options for profile. So that way, when you're on the screen, people can tell if you're away from your phone or if you don't want to speak, if you don't want to be disturbed, you just want to listen, blah, blah, blah. That's really good because it'll give us more understanding and better communication, better etiquette. We'll have better understanding. The hide rooms feature, again, use that. And they're going to build out the calendar in a deeper way too, so you can search on a more granular level. You can search by time and dates, because now it's a good problem to have. Everybody's creating events and they're flooding in. And the thing I'm not excited about, this is last but not least, thing I'm not excited about at all is, and I hope they revert. I hope they do this and then realize that this is not the thing and then revert. I'm not excited about more hand raising options. They're talking about the idea of, they're talking about the idea of making more hand raising options where a moderator can just turn on hand raising for just like the followers or for everybody, just followers of the club and these kind of things. No for me. And the reason why is because to me, it's too easy to send a wrong message or impression, or on the flip side, it's too easy to manipulate people with that kind of thing. So I think the simplicity of just one hand raising thing, and then from there you just turn it on or off based on how your room is, what your objective is at the time in the room, is I think is the way it should be, because it's too easy. No matter how hard you try, it's too easy to send the wrong impression once you start divvying up who you are accepting hand raising or inviting into the conversation from. Sherry, what you think?
I think I don't like the whole hand raising offer options that they're offering. I think that I agree with you. It's too much. Again, too much. You can game the system, And I just believe there already are some people already on the platform who are looking for the come up and trying to grow their followers and not here for what we came here for months ago. Right. Some people have changed the way that they're running rooms and operating. So it's interesting. I don't hate it. Do what you do, but I just don't want to be a part of it.
Yep. To say the least, it's interesting to say the least. So on that tip, everybody, that right now will conclude this segment, the Clubhouse news and that kind of thing. We could keep chopping up. If you have thoughts and we come to you about that, by all means, we can make that part of the conversation. But right before we transition, go ahead.
I was going to say, go ahead. I thought Tania and Meyer had.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. No, I was going to say, someone from another room sent me the link of how you apply to start your own club. So if anyone wants the link of how you apply for your own club, I've got it.
Yeah, that's
I've been bouncing other rooms and people have been asking.
Oh, it's okay.
That's just out there, yeah. So yeah.
That's just I think it's joinclubhouse.com, and that's the page there that has the links on there for applying for a club.
And I think they're still really behind too, because I've applied 3 times since November.
Yeah,
someone said the same thing.
Yeah, someone said the same thing. She just said keep applying, because she said she applied, I think 3 times as well. And then she said on the 4th occasion she applied, she got it. So she just said keep applying because I think they are behind.
Yeah, they definitely are, because I've applied about 6 times now. But yeah, was there something you want to throw in here real quick, bro? Did you have a question or?
Oh no, not really. But I was gonna say, I had a brain fart. I had a bit lined up for this because you guys were saying it was never gonna be monetized, and I could just picture like 2 years from now, it's like Clubhouse brought to you by Pepsi, Google.
Right. And I mean,
completely 180, like
yeah,
how Facebook did. But let's hope it never comes to that.
right. Yeah, my deal is just like I think the sensible thing, like I said, I'm for the subscription thing because again, at some point, it would be a positive thing to be able to weed out some people that's just here for trolling and all these kind of things. And it would be nothing like with the value that's here. Shit, I definitely pay $10 a month. I pay more than that, honestly, because the value is not selling something, is the fact that if you're authentic, you get a chance to build real tribe and actually feed, the people that you're trying to feed. So anywho, but yeah, that's that. It's an interesting conversation to say the least. And, we'll keep on talking about it. Sherry and I will keep bringing you all updates daily about that. Sherry, what else did you want to throw in here that was on your mind? And we're going to also ask you what's going on Obedient with Sherry today and Kaplow.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to introduce this a little bit since this is the radio show of Clubhouse,
right?
And just introduce some pop culture and some news. And I was really excited to learn the news that the Washington football team has just announced that they will have the first female full-time NFL coach. So
wow,
she has been, right.
Dope.
That was very exciting for me to read, and she's the first Black woman full-time NFL coach, and her name is Jennifer King, and she had been an intern coach with the team before. So she's going to be the full-time offensive assistant.
That is so dope. Wow.
Yeah.
Dope, so dope.
So that was dope. And then the other thing I just wanted to bring to news is that if anybody missed the inauguration, there was a young lady who totally outshined the whole event.
Is it Amanda?
Gorman.
Yeah.
Amanda Gorman is my shero. I can't wait for her to run for some office. I just know that she is. And there's actually a copy of her poem that she gave at the inauguration. So
100. Let me tell you, I didn't get a chance to watch it as well, and my mom could not stop talking about Amanda Gorman. Could not stop talking about her. Yesterday we talked, and she just was like, "You got it. I can't wait for you to see it." She's like, "I just can't wait. I can't wait." And my mom knows how much I value a good speaker or someone that's just delivering. They just, you got the total package. And she was like, "I'm so proud of this girl." She said, "I'm getting my," what did she say? She said that Amanda said she was running for president in 2036. And she was like, "I am getting my shirt now. I'm getting my shirt made now." My mom was like,
"Oh, me too."
Excited. Yeah. So
she's going to be the one to watch. She really is. And what's exciting is that, she's only 22. My daughter is 22, and
right.
I'm like, dang. And my daughter, listen, I know we all love our kids, but I know that my daughter is the bomb. She's the shit. And this girl is like smashing it. I'm like, oh my God, she's amazing. So, the speech is here. I don't know if you want me to play it or read it.
Oh, no, not at all. Not right now. No, from here, what we'll do is, first thing is yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to suggest, even if we don't have time, I want to encourage everybody to go search it. It's on blackamericaweb.com, and it's under trending news. You can watch it or read it or whatever you want to do, but she was awesome.
Yeah. In fact, one of the things I want to do, because I want to do it myself, let's all watch it when we get time, and let's bring our thoughts back here, because this is definitely history in the making, and I'm excited, and I've only gotten the tip of the iceberg. Sherry, last but not least, Beating with Sherry today. What time and what's happening on Beating with Sherry today?
Well, today it's 11:30, Monday through Friday, so I will be there live. Again, if you want to watch it in real life, click on my YouTube or my Facebook page and the link in my bio on Instagram. And today is Tuesday, so we'll do Term Tuesday. I have some other life hacks, and we'll just be chopping it up and going through things. But Term Tuesday, I like to talk about some terms about social media marketing terms that people use and what they actually mean and how to apply them.
100%. You all, please check out Beating with Sherry every day after this here morning show. You can catch that. I promise you, it's amazing. I'm honored to have something to do with the orchestration of this project and this legacy coming from Beating with Sherry, which is, I put it, stringing together the beads of life, stringing together the gems of life, the jewels of life, one bead at a time. So everybody, one more time, Sherry will continue to hang around, but everybody, let's say good morning again to Sherry and affirm her on an amazing day today on purpose.
Have an amazing day.
Have an amazing day, Sherry.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. It's the best, y'all. The AP morning show. Yes. I just want to say thank you to you, and you too. And I want to say hello to those that have come to hang out with us since we started. Now, my time is normally 7:30. This morning, this goddamn computer. Yeah, I'm still happy. I'm happy about it. I'm grateful. Y'all know I ain't complaining. But I'm happy to be here with you all this morning. I want to say hey to JD, Katrina, Etta, Fly, SB Thomas, Delia, Leah, and Jason, as well as Diamond, Dianara, Marcy. We about to hang out. If you would like to come to the stage just so we can say hey, then by all means, you know what to do. You can just throw up your hand. Come through. And if not, you just like to hang out and listen to this as you go about your day, as you take your drive to work, as you sit at your desk and get your work done. Hopefully you are getting it done. And this I'm just saying, this show could be a distraction. Clubhouse can be a distraction in general, but this show, yeah. You be like other people on here running from your kids, like I got 20 seconds, like Zedrelin did the other day, or sneaking into the damn bathroom like Tiffany did about 5 days ago. OMG. But by all means, whatever way you would like to experience this, thank you so much for hanging out. And on that tip, everybody, let's say a huge good morning to our good friend Marcy. Everybody say good morning, Marcy. Yes. Yes. Hey, we good, Marcy. How's it going? What? Did you just say you're waiting on your mug from yours truly? Did you just say that?
I am.
Oh,
Super excited. I'm sitting right by the window waiting to see when the truck is gonna roll by.
What? Marcy, you just made my day. Real quick, for anybody that has no idea what the hell we are talking about, it's okay. It's understandable. So, if you got a second, click on the first link in my Instagram bio. Look at the first link. At least look at it. But if you click on the first link, you'll see that first link is called the new Revealing Mug. The new Revealing Mug. This is the first from the Aaron Hill Revealing Mug series. Each mug, I'm going to be dropping a mug a week. Like I used to drop a song a week. And like my brother Meyer dropping a song a month, bro. I can't wait for that song, Meyer. Can't wait for it, bro. But I'm dropping a mug a week, and each mug has a message on it. But the thing about this message is that you cannot see the message at all. You will not be able to see what this mug looks like until you pour your favorite warm beverage of choice. So whether you're a coffee drinker, whether you're a tea drinker, whether you're just putting some hot water in it, whatever the hell you're doing, just pour something hot in it. And then you will see the message be revealed. Marcy, thank you so freaking much. Thank you, Marcy. I really mean it. Like, I don't take it for granted when anyone invests in any way, but But this mug, Marcy, I've been telling everybody, this mug right here, I've been excited about this mug like literally the equivalent of how I'm excited when I release a new album, Marcy, an album that takes months to do and everything. That's how excited I am about this mug. And the reason why is not anything to do with money. It has everything to do with the fact that this is an opportunity for me to be able to pour into you, like via an inspirational message or just an experience. And the fact that I get a chance to do that, it means the world to me, because all I care about is just giving good people good experiences with anything I can. So Marcy, ta-ta, you babe. Thank you.
Listen, what I'm going to do is when it comes, I'm going to have my daughter or my husband record the whole thing so I can send it to you. And you can let everybody see. I'm going to take it from the time I take it out the box.
Yes.
To when I fill it with my warm water to make my tea, and let them watch it in the video. Because I'm telling you, I'm just so floored that you were able to do this, and I'm so excited. I'm waiting for it to get here.
Woo-hoo. Thank you so much, Marcy. And by all means, I just can't thank you enough, because that was going to be my next thing. I was going to say, everybody, who grabs it, please take a pic or a video or something, because I want to put together just a fun compilation just with all of us. And again, this is just the beginning. My goal is to bring you things that comfort you, that are part of the experiential aspect of your journey. The next thing I'm coming out, Sherry and I were just building about it, is I told her the other day, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to actually bring out car air fresheners. I want to have my own car air fresheners that are the little ones that you hang, but on them there will be a message from yours truly, as well as the scents will be all essential oils, things like lavender, or what was the one I learned here yesterday? I think Tanisha mentioned it. She's not, I don't know if she's here with us right now, but it was like this new fragrance. I was like, oh my goodness, crazy. Or whether it was the brother Mike that was here hanging out yesterday talking about the Barbados orange or whatever it was. So y'all could look out for these and just more of the Aaron Hill Sentiments series. Marcy, enough about that. I'm not trying to plug myself. I'm just happy as hell. It's so good to talk to you, Marcy. How are you today?
I'm doing great. My employer has taken upon themselves to expect me to really work at 8:30 and schedule meetings. They scheduled meetings for 7 a.m.
What?
The past 3 business days, and I said, "Oh, I don't
What?
work at that time.
What?
I don't work at that time." Yeah.
Have they lost their ever loving? And not just any mind, they're ever loving mind. Like what?
Ever loving mind. So I had to share with them that if you said we have a meeting at 7, that is wonderful. I don't work at 7 a.m. or p.m.
Right.
Respectfully.
And
8:30 to 5:30 is my assigned schedule. And as the director, I am at liberty to state such, because this is what we expect of all employees.
Right.
So I will not be available.
Right.
So I politely did not go to the meetings.
Marcy, you have.
They sent messages.
Yeah.
Like, why weren't you there? I said I was in the tub. Like,
what?
are you kidding me? I soak. I have my morning affirmations.
Right.
I have my AP morning show.
Yes,
I've got things to do, and that's why some of the days you saw I was like in the audience and not really doing anything, because I was just trying to just relax and listen, because I was so angry with them. I had to get that out my system.
You had to get out your system,
I cannot bring that here. I cannot bring that here. That's not what your platform is for. I said, this is for all things good. So I had to get myself together.
Oh my goodness. Marcy, oh my gosh. Let me tell you something, Marcy. First of all, again, you just making me all kinds of happy this morning, and I haven't even eaten that's coming up next. Next on the AP Morning Show, I will be eating my 1/2 serving of Auntie Gina's cookies. Auntie Gina, I've been rationing these damn cookies out, because I don't want to finish. You ever have something that's so good you actually don't want to finish it? Like, it's literally that you want to have your cake and eat it too. This is literally a moment. So, but yeah, Marcy, I'm just excited because of the fact that, first of all, for you to say that this show is as important as to you, and that it plays the the part that it does in your morning flow. I mean, you know, that means the world to me. I always tell you that, but it's always going to be like the honeymoon. I'm never going to get over it because it really does resonate with me on that level. And then secondly, Marcy, when you, the thing I like about you, the next time I need to tell someone something like definitively where it is nothing they can say, is just like crickets after. It's just like, bleep, bleep, bleep. I'm going to get you to write my response to them, Marcy, because you have the most eloquent way of being like, look, this is what it is. Here's what it's not. And boom, there you go. It's so diplomatic, but it's so like on point. OMG. Yeah, Marcy, I feel you. I mean, what they thinking, Marcy? What they thinking? Do they not know what would allow them to get the Marcy that's going to actually be there, not knocking anybody's teeth out? You know what I mean? Like,
right. I want to provide added value, and the best way to do so is to see me at 8:30.
Right. That's the best way to do so. Goodness gracious.
That's it.
Well, I tell you one thing. In the words of Biggie Smalls, if they don't know, now they know. That is OMG. I'm feeling you, Marcy. Marcy, you know, we've been talking about a lot of things here for these days, you know, that you've been hanging out, including today. So, you know, Marcy, and we always chop it up. Is there anything so far that, you know, has triggered anything in you, or, you know, where's your head right now? What we talking about, Marcy? What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that show I missed that Coco did.
Oh.
I'm so sad I missed that. Oh. I actually had a client, and when it said that she was on, I said, oh man, I'm missing something good. I'm missing something good here. But I mean, I had to weigh my options. I didn't want to reschedule a client because I was halfway in on the session already. So I said, let me finish this, and maybe I'll be lucky enough to get the notification the next time, and I'll be able to jump in and see what's happening. But I really wanted to be a part of and actually hear everything that was being spoken on.
Yeah, it was definitely powerful. I mean, again, you know, to talk about these issues, to bring them to light, especially me being someone from the U.S., and I haven't even stepped foot on Canadian soil, but I have learned so much, you know, through the experience of Coco. And so, yeah, I definitely feel you about that. And, you know, the good thing is, you know, Coco's got that and a few other things going on this week. But, yeah, it was definitely one, Marcy, and I definitely understand. You know, I'm excited about how this web is being created here. I'll talk about it every day. You know, we're weaving together. You got LT with the Bay Room. You got Coco with what she's doing. You got just a bunch of beautiful people here continuing to do things. You know, Diamond and Kim Briscoe. Like, everybody's just doing things. And I'm just so proud. I'm so proud. So proud. So, yeah, I feel you. But, Marcy, yeah, we you know, I'm so happy to see you today. Like, to hear your voice today, OMG. OMG, Marcy. Because ever since the last time you were here, I was like, oh, you made me jump back into my essential oils bath like quickly. I was like, I ain't gonna be left out. Marcy's getting it in. She teaching me all over again. The value of that self-care, you know. Marcy, when did self-care become important to you, you know, in life? Was this something that was always a part of like your upbringing, or was this something that, you know, you went on a particular journey and it brought you to self-care? Like, you know, what was the conduit?
It was the journey. I was actually brought up in a family of law enforcement, and
right.
That was very tough. Very tough, very rigid. My dad he owned a construction company, and my mom was the police officer. My uncle was the police officer. And my aunt was a police officer. So for me to have that many officers in the family was already rough. But to have that many police officers in the family meant I didn't really sleep. As a child growing up, worrying about who's going to come home and who might not is scary. So it wasn't just the stress of go fight crime and stay out of the dirty work. But will you make it home? Was the other piece. And I spent a lot of my years, all of my teen years, worrying if my mom would be home when I came home from school. Because I played high school and college basketball. So for me, I didn't know if she was going to be there when I got home because anything could have happened.
Right.
This is before we had cell phones. I mean, I had a little pager in
Right.
high school.
Right.
But, I mean, where was I going with a pager if I had a basketball game?
Right.
I would never even get the call.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of that brought a lot of stress to me. And the one thing, that was when I started to learn about just soaking and essential oils to add to my bath. And I learned that from playing sports because that was part of our process of bringing ourselves back to a calm state.
Right.
Even after we had finished the game. Win
Right.
or lose, we had to take that soak. And that was when it really came about. And
Yeah.
from that point on, I have been doing it.
I love that. I love that. You know, one of the things about your story that immediately speaks to me is about the balance that I can imagine that you started to feel then and then felt ever since. You know, when you grow up in a very rigid environment like that, you know, there are certain things about that archetype, you know, and that personality where there are pros, but there's definitely a lot of places where it's cons. You know, everything has its pros and its cons. And so to me, that's something that I can imagine in your life. You felt a new sense of balance when it came to introducing that to your life. You know, I can really imagine that.
Yeah, I really needed it because a lot of times I sometimes couldn't mentally clear my mind unless I meditated and kind of brought myself to a relaxing state, which is another reason I'm so grateful to Sanahara, because that is just to have that meditation and tapping into my chakras is so important, because I've had quite a stressful life. Yeah. You know, so and it's amazing how it just relaxes me. So I really count on that. I count on that every day.
100%. Marcy, I want to read something to you, and for everybody here, I think this is just going to be a gem. This is something I wrote on April 10th, 2020, and this is segueing from what Marcy is saying and then what I'm learning through her experience and what I learned on my self-care journey. I wrote a lesson about it. This is part of my self-care journey on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. Military law enforcement and mindfulness. I'm going to read this fast because I got, you know, it's about maybe a 5-minute read there or a 3-minute read. There's a stereotype that things like mindfulness and meditation make you soft. No, it brings you on point, says Major General Walter Pyatt. Many people think that the meditation will make them quote unquote soft. It's actually quite the contrary. Meditation and mindfulness breeds equanimity, compassion, clarity, clear and rational thinking, and an even keelness that actually allows you to deal with all situations better. Those that require calmness and those that require aggressive alertness. Mindfulness and meditation practice are very important for fields where important life or death decisions have to be made swiftly and impulsively with a clear, conscious, and rational mind. A growing group of military officials support the techniques to heal trauma-stressed veterans, make command decisions, and help soldiers in chaotic battle. A paper in the journal Progress in Brain Research reported that the troops who went through a month-long training regimen that included daily practice in mindful breathing and focused techniques were better able to discern key information under chaotic circumstances and experienced increases in working memory function. The soldiers also reported making fewer cognitive errors than service members who did not use mindfulness. I thought that was really interesting. Mental focus becomes a transferable skill. Here's the last two parts. The tendency is to think that the best way to deal with stress or stressful situation is to aggressively stuff it down or quote unquote be stronger. However, the more rigid you are, the more deeply it permeates your system. Opening up to it allows the energy to move through, giving you the ability to reset and come back to an experience more healthy, positively, and fully. This practice increases your capacity, develops invaluable skills for high-intensity jobs, especially where de-escalating situations is a regular part of the daily work, like being a police officer, firefighter, or a law official, or Marcy Williams. Because you develop the ability to heal with intense situations with more clarity and less mindful impulsiveness. Clarity is the ability to tease out the details of the experience. And then here's the last piece. What is equanimity? Equanimity is mental calmness, composure, and evenness of temper, especially in difficult situations. The ability to receive challenging energy without returning the favor. Marcy, what do you think of that?
That's powerful. That's powerful. That really is. I gotta be honest with you. I'm really moved by those words. One thing I can say is, in all of my years, all of the clarity I have sought to understand why my family wanted to be in law enforcement, the one thing I learned is I'm very clear now in a lot of different things because of the ability to meditate and understand the effects of meditation.
Right.
But I'm just puzzled why they wanted to work those jobs. I really am. I really am. It's a painful thing for my family, because the worst part is a story that I'm working on now in my next book, because I have a book of short stories, but one of them is the Nypd Killed My Mom.
Wow.
And it's deep. And we have like I said, a family full of law enforcement, and all of the children are going to have a piece in it to talk about what effects it had on the family and how they had to cope with it.
Right.
So yeah, we are not going to be too silent about it, but of course we're going to be respectful in our words, but we still mean what we say.
For sure. I'm with you, Marcy. You know, Marcy, I want to say again, you know, this is why I like learning about people, because it brings me closer, it makes me understand them more, I have more empathy, I have more connection, blah, 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 you know. So I'm glad for this conversation and even more that I continue to learn. And that's why I ask the questions I ask. For you and for everybody else here too, what I just read as far as military, law enforcement, and other jobs like that, and mindfulness and meditation, I'm actually right now in the process, as we speak, of uploading this to my Instagram page with a picture that's going to be a caption that just says that military, law enforcement, and meditation. And the caption will be all the information that I just presented here. Look out for it in the next 5 minutes. Please, if you get a chance, comment on it. Let me know you got it or you see it. Or if you just have any thoughts to add to everything that was just said, please, please, please. It's going to be my first Instagram post in the next couple minutes. Marcy, as always, it's a pleasure to talk to you. It's a pleasure to just learn and grow with you. And thank you for making this your morning show and for adding the value that you do. And I'm so glad to hear your voice today.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Yes, 100%. And on that tip, everybody, let's open up our microphones and let's say another huge good morning and affirmation as she goes on her way. It'll continue to be part of the conversation. But that Marcy have an amazing day on purpose. Let's open up our microphones and affirm Marcy.
Have an amazing day, Marcy.
Have a great day, Marcy.
Have an amazing
day.
Have a great day, Marcy.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, y'all. Man, it's the best, y'all. It's the best. Hello to everybody as well on my FB Live. You know, I'm trying to do this thing through Zoom this morning because StreamYard was acting crazy, or as my aunt would say, it was acting crazy. So here we are, AP Morning Show. It's 9:55. We still got some time to go. And my most important thing is always being able to touch each and every last person to say hey and affirm you on an amazing day, if nothing else. And so if you're hanging out here and you're also in the audience, first thing, if you're hanging out in here and you'd like to, by all means, ping somebody in that could use this goodness, these good vibes this morning. And also if you're in the audience and you'd like to come up on stage so we can say hey, by all means, raise your hand. And if not, you just want to continue to listen out, because this is your background music. Your background is setting the atmosphere for you. Then by all means, keep it going. And for those that are on FB Live, again, I'm at Aaron Hill TV. All you got to look for is at Aaron Hill TV, same as my name here. I am holding up in front of the screen another sentiment from the Aaron Hill Sentiment series. This is the first of the Canvas series. And so this is a wall canvas. And on the front, you see one of my original quotes: "You define your purpose. It isn't predetermined." And you'll see that as well as other messages as I continue to come out with these and other Aaron Hill sentiments. And then last but not least, I don't have it with me, but the Mom and I pillow, the one that we were chatting about earlier. I sound like Porky Pig. I'm getting tied up. But you can check that out too. You'll see that on there. All you got to do is go to my first link in my Instagram bio. You'll see all three of these sentiments: the mug, the canvas, the Mom and I pillow. And so on that tip, as we go forward, let's say a huge good morning to one of my favorite friends. Let's say good morning to Leah. Everybody say good morning to Leah.
Good morning,
Leah. Hey, what up, Leah? What's up? Yeah.
Man, up working early.
Yes, I feel you. So, before we jump into this, everybody, like I told you all, I build tribe everywhere I go. And so some people here I have had the fortunate opportunity of having year-long relationships with, and known for some time. And now we're joining each other here. Leah is one of those people. She goes by Leah Songbird, and we have made music together, just had laughs together. So everybody meet Leah. It's one of my peeps. Leah, what's happening?
Yes, Aaron's one of my favorite people too.
Recently we did an event with what was the name of that neighborhood? It wasn't Highland Town. I'm about to say Pigtown, right? Yeah, so we were part of this thing here, everybody. We have a place here in Baltimore called Pigtown. We were part of this virtual Pigtown Festival deal where we would, as artists, be a part of this recording. They were recording artists in the area, all showcasing our talents together, all just something to continue to pull us through the times and to just do what we can do in these times. And so myself, Leah, and my good brother, Clarence Ward III, trumpet player extraordinaire, saxophone player extraordinaire, we were a part of a recording together. And so have you got the clip yet? I haven't gotten the clip yet.
I have not. I just got the link to when they aired it live on Facebook Live.
Got it. Okay.
Someone sent me like a profile shot of what they had from their phone, but I haven't gotten the actual recording.
Okay, let me see if I can find that FB Live, because I would love to share that on my page.
Yeah, that was super fun. Look, she was just like the organizer. She kept on telling me, I can have musicians for you if you need them. You don't need to bring them. So I'm like, well, who are they? It doesn't know who they are.
Right.
So when she was like, the guy Clarence, he plays the trumpet. And so I was like, I said, yeah, she said, he's going to have a guy with him. I think his name is Aaron. I was like, yes, my brother.
Right. Hey, look, what's so funny about that conversation is just, that could have went a whole other way.
I know, I could have been so fixed on like live TV, right?
Oh my God. It's like, fortunately, she had the right people, because, like, little do you know, if you say that, like, oh yeah, don't worry, we got some people for you. Like, as a vocalist, you have no idea who you're working with. You don't know if they know music. Like, it's like,
especially when you have to do that and no rehearsals either. You just
right.
cold like that. Oh my God.
It's like somebody being like, hey Leah, guess what? I got this guy for you. We done already picked out a husband for you. Now, you ain't even gonna meet him. Don't worry about none of that. Just show up with your dress on, and you'd be like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
You know something though, Aaron? Because I'm crazy. Right. And I have no filter, right? I probably would go for that before I would go for that.
I feel you. Right.
I'm like, they gonna mess up my notes. I get real Ike Turner.
Right. Well, you're right, because with the marriage thing, you could right afterwards, get it like, look here, all right, look, we know what it is, so let's go ahead and put that divorce in, let's get this thing. No, let's move on. But you can't take back a goddamn train wreck performance. OMG.
Oh, no. And as the singer, you're the front person, so they put it all on you. Like the musicians completely suck, but it's always your fault.
Leah, okay, I hate to do this to you. Actually, I don't hate to do this to you because this is the fun we have. Leah, OMG, I know you have in that, that memory bank of like all the times and experiences that we've had. You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. Yo, what was one time, yo, when you were like, yo, OMG, like you just wanted to have that Snickers bar commercial where you were just like, I just want to disappear right now. Like,
man, I got one too. Oh man. All right, so it's someone that you know too. I'm not gonna mention
no names, right?
He's a saxophone player, right?
Right.
You know who I'm talking about. And we had a gig. This is when I always say when outside was open, right?
Right.
Closed us down completely. And so we had an event. You know how some people have those real nice homes out in Randallstown.
Right.
And we were having we was at a family.
Right.
And I was giving them the cue to come in on the one. And like they just would not get it right. So you know my personality. I was making a joke out of it. So I kept stopping the band and like engaging the crowd like, no, $5 fine. We got to start this over. You're not gonna do me like this.
Right.
Everybody else laughing. This saxophone player gets cusses me out.
Mind
you,
my
he
gosh.
forgets that the mic is still plugged up. So everybody hears him cussing me out on stage.
What?
And he unplugs and just walks off and leaves the gig.
The what? Oh.
Everybody looking at me like, was that playing? I'm like, absolutely not.
Yo, OMG. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't the fact that you are Leah, so you could turn that shit around, make it a joke, and then go on and crush it after that, OMG, that's
why I was like, why do you get mad? Like, everybody was laughing.
Wow. Yeah, that's one for the books right there, I tell you. And you know, I always have had empathy for singers. Like, you know, as a piano player, you know, if I show up, you know, and if I don't know who I'm working with, I at least from the perspective of the piano, like I can start playing other parts. I have more musical pull. Like as a vocalist, like you are totally at the mercy of everybody under you. So like if it's people you don't know, or if it's something you're not sure about, like I've always had empathy. Like that has to be one of the most ridiculously uncomfortable, like what the fucking fuck, like feelings ever. You know?
But you know what? The blessing for me is that I've had the opportunity and the pleasure of working with so many great musicians like yourself, where we just complement each other naturally. But I also think that because I work with so many different musicians, it's allowed me to be flexible and have a certain level of versatility that some people that don't like performing a regular may not have, because I've had to walk into situations where it's like, this is the time you go on stage, this is how many minutes you have, and bam, you're done. And you just walk in and do the best that you got, and you have to learn how to adapt, you know. And that honestly is crazy how that has forced me in life to learn adaptability, because I have been a person that has always wanted to be a control freak, and you know that.
I don't know that, Leah. I don't know that. I think that you are so nice, Leah.
I cannot let go of the reins sometimes, but it has forced me to have to just be like, girl, you can't do nothing about it. Just
surrender to it. You know what? And you know what? You said something heavy for me, because one of the most amazing things for me in life has been the lessons that I've learned, that I've actually applied to life in general, that I learned through my musical experiences. You know, things just like you said in so many different forms, like patience, or just the letting go muscle, as they say in my self-care journey, like the ability to just not only surrender to the moment and not need to control it, but also know, like have this knowing that, look, everything's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Like literally, it will be right.
You know, I've had many heart attacks off stage.
Yes.
And then at the end, it's like you just grab me and be like, "See, it wasn't that
right,
bad."
wasn't that bad. We was good to go. And you know, Leah, I tell you this, as a musician, but as a person even more so, I have enjoyed doing that over the years. One of my favorite things to do, Leah, it's always been one of my favorite things. I never talk about it because it just is something that flows through the music and through the experience with me. But like when I'm a part of any musical experience, the thing I look forward to the most is making anyone, whether it's the vocalist, whether it's the bass player, like no matter who it is, I look forward to who I would be able to help to make comfortable and relieve their stress. I almost gravitate to that person, like when it comes to me working with the people, because of the fact that for me, that part of things is like, it's like music is the conduit, but that's the connection that I look for. And I enjoy that. And I look for that when I go into situations.
Yeah, and see, I love that of someone who wants to make you feel comfortable. It's like, it's always great when you can go in with your own setup, someone that you performed with.
Right.
Plenty of times you have that certain gel, you know what I mean? Like, that's
right.
dope. It's like second nature.
Right.
But when you have someone who is like, I don't, quite know who you are, so I'm not sure what your skill level is and everything. Right. But if you can make each other feel comfortable in that, right. It makes it go so much further, and it makes the performance so much better. Because I've had, and I'm quite sure in your experience, people right. that are like divas and divos come up in there like they are just like the hot, you know what?
Like they shit don't stink.
Oh, and then they start playing, and it's like, sir, you are like in Z flat right now.
Right,
like,
exactly. You off the damn. We ain't even a damn letter for where you playing.
Like, I don't even know if they created a scale for where you at.
Right.
And they're looking at you like you need to get yourself together. You're looking at that person like, no ma'am, no sir, you need to get your life. I'm
telling you. Leah, I have literally used the bandstand for years to do things like extend compassion, and one of the things I love doing is meeting a person who I've never played with, whether it's a vocalist or another musician, and seeing how fast I can go from not knowing them to them feeling like, oh my gosh, I feel so comfortable, like everything's going to be all right. And then even further than that, like, wow, you're a nice guy, like, and we're hanging out, we're talking, like, that for me, has always been the thing. And honestly, Leah, that's why you and everybody else has seen me show up in the way that I do, because that's really what it's about for me. It's not about all that other bullshit. It's literally about the fun of the music process and the fact that you get a chance to do that with fun people like yourself.
Yeah, but you know what? I love a fun environment, because when you have a fun environment, it makes everything so great. I don't care, like, even because, like, right now, I'm like on like 17 Zooms, like bouncing back and forth. Right. I'm just in them to just be there because they ain't talking to me about nothing.
Right.
But I'm in like 17 Zooms on my day job. But I even realized with that, like with the music and having the corporate world, when your job is fun, when it's not work anymore.
Right.
It just becomes like an experience at that point. Like it's no longer work. That's why I like to come in and just be. So that's why a lot of times when people come in, I got this singer, and then I walk in and they seem like, because I'm kind of quiet a little bit when I'm in the musical setting, because I'm always observing.
Right. That's it.
So a lot of times people mistake that as she's stuck up. She doesn't want to socialize. And then when I kind of like open up, people are like, oh, she's actually pretty cool. Because I'm like, it's no need. Like, we're here to entertain the people. And if you're mad at me, you might mess me up on purpose. Like, I can't get you up here messing me up.
Yeah.
So we got to be besties at this point.
Exactly. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. That's why I mentioned the marriage thing earlier, because like every moment like that when we're working with each other, it's like that. We go into a relationship with each other, and it's like, how are we gonna get through this time together? Let me ask you this, Leah. This one last question I want to ask you. So on the total flip side of like the worst experience, total flip side, what's like the experience that you remember where same scenario, you went in, you either didn't know the person or you just, whether it wasn't no rehearsal or you just didn't know how it was gonna go. And it went like, it's still one of those ones today where when you just talking about like your most fun experience or greatest, it's like one of those ones where you came in, didn't know how it was going to go, and it went like crazy over the top, like wow, like we couldn't even rehearse this. It was so good.
Oh, wow. You want to know something? To be honest, the best experience, I can honestly say, did not come from me being on stage performing. It actually came from being in the studio. So a few years ago, I know you know the crew, the Wildlife crew around here and everything. We had some contacts with a guy that was doing some radio down at University of Maryland College Park.
Okay.
And they had a bunch of music majors down there that wanted to do like a compilation album, but all they were like musicians or rappers or singers, but had no clue how to structure it or put it together.
Right.
And so they have brought in like all these musicians and producers from everywhere. I'm talking about New York, Philly, Atlanta, I mean, all different places. And the guy called us like, man, y'all got to come out here because I don't know what these people are doing, but it ain't working. So we go out there. We don't know who these artists are.
Right.
We don't know who these other people are from other states. And of course, I have to say, you know, tooting our own horse. We came in there and took over and pretty much produced like
Baltimore.
85% of the compilation. But,
Right. Wow.
But it was super dope because going in there, like connecting with so many different people from all over, different types and styles of music and different aspects of creativity. It was just... And then it was like a 72-hour lock-in, so nobody left. Like, once we came in, you did not leave. Like, we were in the dorm showering. We were ordering food. Like, we had brought change of clothes. Like, we were in there locked in. That was a whole vibe. Yeah, it was a whole vibe because we didn't even know they were going to do that. We're thinking, oh, you just want us to come down and just do a few songs. We did not know walking in the door that the goal, the end game was by the time this 72-hour period is over, we're going to have a project that is complete and just ready to be mixed and mastered. Yeah,
that's a home run hit right there. That's a home, yeah.
that was like the dopest experience ever. Like, I got pictures of us like sleeping on the floor. Like, it was so cool, you know, like, and we started calling people in like, man, how fast can you get here?
I tell you, you know, we definitely have some stories to tell, you know, as musicians and artists, you know, and the one thing I'll say is this, you know, the way I sum this up is like, with all the goods and the bads, I wouldn't trade in this life for the world. You know, you echoed my words. I mean, you echoed my life, even in talking about like when you do something and it's not work. You echoed literally the last 18 years of my life as I've been a full-time creator and musician and entrepreneur and have not worked a day. I've played for the last 18 years, both figuratively and literally. And so we have a lot of experience. But yeah, I wouldn't trade in this creator life for the world. And that's why, because even being able to do that with people like yourself and all the, you know, the times that we've had, as well as our other constituents and peers, yeah, it's a fun journey. Leah, it's always good to chop it up with you. And OMG.
Yeah, definitely come back. Like, you know what? I see the notifications come up a lot, but I'm always like, when I promise you, every day of the week, I'm in a meeting like as early as 8
I
or
get
8:30 in the morning. You know what I mean?
I get it, yeah.
I'm like, I want to tap in, but today I was just like, I cannot not come in and say hello. Like, I'm going to go in there and talk to him today.
100. Well, Leah, I always appreciate you. And the fun thing is, we're here every morning, and what you might find yourself doing sometimes, just because of the laughs and all of the fun stuff that happens here, you might find yourself sneaking away in the bathroom a couple of times with your earbuds and just listening.
Oh yeah, like I'm over here, camera off, muted, like, y'all, I done turned the value of what they say.
Oh man.
This stuff, but I'm like, I don't care. I
As always, Leah, it's great to talk to you. Have an amazing, amazing day today.
Thank you. Same to everyone here on the call, on stage.
Yes.
Have a great day.
Yes, 100. Everybody, let's open up your microphones. Let's affirm Leah on an amazing day today on purpose. Yes, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Thank you.
Yes. Whoo, yes, y'all. Y'all get to meet people from all walks of life with me, and I love it. People that I have history with, people that I'm just making new history with. The fact that over 90% of this room I just met in the last couple of weeks, and already we're going forward together as accountability partners and people just joining in, locking arm in arm together. Once again, I want to refresh the room and say hello to Etta Fly. Etta, we know you out there making it do what it do. All I got to say to you is, what up, though? Miss you, Etta Fly. So hope you're doing well, and thanks so much as always. I know you are because you're hanging out with us. The man with the voice, my brother, Marcellus Shepard. Thanks for hanging out as always, bro. Felicia, Delia, much love to you. And everybody, as you already know, if you'd like to come up to the stage, throw up your hand. And if not, you just want to listen in, by all means, continue to do that too. Yes. And so on that tip, I see a person who gives me more capacity, a person who is like the majority, who brings the love everywhere she goes, like we sliding down the sliding board of life, flowing, coming back. No, we just knowing we gonna keep this thing just going, cause I see LT, what it be, LT. If you're there, open up your damn microphone. LT, what it be? See, you know, she usually has her BRB, unless I needed a PTR, but nah, she shouldn't be far. She usually has her BRB when she'll be right back.
I tried to mute to the beat, but it
Hey, look, you did what I did the other day, Delia. We were hanging out with Heather Strupp with the Red Cup. Matter of fact, I think y'all can look out for her this Sunday. Vinyl and the Red Cup coming back. All the family on Clubhouse doing amazing things. And we were in that experience, Delia, and it was rocking so hard. And I started muting, you know, and clapping. I started to clap, and they was like, we see you clapping to the beat. Thank you so much, Delia. LT, are you there? LT! LT. So this is one of the reasons, again, why I'm excited. Now, okay, it could be a couple things here. I'm gonna make a joke real quick. Be a couple things. LT could have one of Auntie G's cookies, because the other day she didn't know for at least 5 minutes that she was on mute while she was talking. You know, that moment was brought to you by Auntie G. Or she could have just walked away from her phone and handling her business. But this is one of the reasons why I'm excited about the unveiling of the status options that they're going to add here. If you all weren't here earlier, 9 o'clock hour, myself, Sherry Goodall, we chopped it up about a few Clubhouse updates and just some other information for you to stay abreast about. And one of the updates is that they're going to do something that I have been wanting here in this space for some time. I'm like, you know, this would be a good thing to add status updates, so that way your profile can say things like, you know, away or do not disturb because you don't want to speak or what have you, like boom, boom, boom. So they're excited about it because it's intuitive, it makes sense, and they're going to add it. So y'all can look out for that very soon, as well as a few other great features. But on that tip, we'll wait for LT to come back. Everybody, let's say good morning to Delia. Delia, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes. Delia.
I finished my first draft.
What?
I finished the short. I'm sorry. Not the novel, the short story. Just.
I'm clapping. I'm clapping and talking at the same time. A couple days late. Let me tell you something. Let me give you this right now. Let me tell you something. Watch this. So one thing I learned about life is that the farther you go in time, like this is the beautiful thing about setting deadlines, and even if you miss them and you're still like a couple days late or whatever, even if it's a month late, the farther you get in time, the more it's like going up in an airplane where everything collapses, and then you realize that 3 days was really nothing. It was really no time. In fact, it was instantaneously from the broader picture, even if it's months. Delia, I am excited. Yes, you better open up your microphone, Delia. I'm celebrating with you, Delia. OMG. Yo, that's so good. That's so good.
Coco, who inspired it. You know, I got to get in one of her Thursday. I think they're still Thursday evenings. I tried to check the calendar, but you got to scroll too far.
I know, right? That's again, and Delia, I was mentioning earlier, that's a good problem for them to have. Like they talked about that in the updates. They're going to be building out the calendar so we could search in a more granular way, so you won't have to scroll down all these hundreds, thousands of things. But you can actually just search by title or search by time. So Yes. But yeah, you were saying Coco,
And,
like you
so, and
looking
also, let
forward
me
to
just,
it.
yeah, she inspired it. So, and also, Clubhouse is the universe conspiring in my life. Cause,
Right.
so, yes, she definitely inspired the story. She
Right.
also inspired the poem, and the poem and the story are different. So that's
Mm.
awesome. And so I got on to someone in the writers' rooms. They're talking about the artist's way. And so I happened to a room to learn more about the Artist's Way, which is a book and a 12-week program, which I've been hesitating about,
Right.
Because I have so many programs in my life.
Right. I know that life.
But I hopped into the room. Yeah, someone gave me some meditation advice, and I was dying because after I finished the story, and I realized what the themes were. The meditation was about, I'll share her tip. When you have anxiety or if there's any negative feelings that you want to get rid of, you meditate and imagine that you put that feeling into a basket.
Yes.
You pass that basket on to an ancestor, and they pass it so on and so on and so on forth. And your ancestor releases it into the universe, and then you call forth the positive things you want in the life. And you imagine that ancestor placing that in a basket and carrying it forward to you, which is definitely my spirituality, and that references the theme of the story. So I was listening to her, and I couldn't even talk, and I had to send her a message oh my gosh,
wow.
I'm dying because of how that message, how I had a hint about that message, and it was coming to me from different, directions, including my imagination, and then to hear that reflected, I was like, what?
Wow, yeah, that's confirmation on top of confirmation on top of confirmation on top of confirmation with a sprinkles on top of confirmation.
So that story also thematically I worked out some personal ish, and then she gave me that for moving forward.
Wow.
And something else that I can share along with that story when I go to put it out there, because it matches the theme. So
that's powerful, Delia.
Mommy is also a thing, but set my day back, but it's cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's cool. Let me tell you.
It's been a good day, so I appreciate everything and everyone, and you and Coco and all the things.
OMG, I am celebrating. Again, the thing that fills me up most is being there for other people and for their dreams, for me to have anything to do with their dreams coming true. Because what happens is when I get to know people, this is the life of an empath. And speaking of which, I got to tell you about a conversation with my daughter Aria and a few that I think you'll appreciate. I mentioned it the other day, but I think you'll appreciate this. But being an empath, connecting with people, and then naturally as an empath, the things that are important to those people that you connect with starts becoming important to you. So I don't say this lightly when I say that the things that you all have told me, it's almost like when you achieve it, it feels like I'm achieving it. It's that much. I'm that much in, support of your experience, and I'm that much invested in your goals and you meeting your goals. So Delia, I am celebrating, and I'm telling you, don't worry about that damn one day late, because I'm telling you, you'll realize as time goes on, there's actually no such thing as late when it comes to achieving your dreams or taking a step forward. The farther you go in time, the older you get, you start realizing man, when I look back at whole seasons, like half a year where I was doing something that I'm no longer doing, that's different, that's changed, and I'm like, that was just a snap, that was a blink of an eye. Even if it took me 6 months to get to something, the farther you go in time, the more you realize it collapses down. So I'm just celebrating with you. Good job, Delia. And I'm so happy about the support that you got in the form of that room and the person that, speaking to you, because that right there is powerful.
So, so keep an eye out for me when I finish my edit and I put it out to the world. It is called The Oldest Soul in the Universe.
Wow.
Subtitle, A Meditation on Lineage as Lifeline.
Wow.
Yes, it will be a whole thing. Prepare
to
get your life.
That's powerful. Dalia, as always, first of all, it's good to see you. How's Luna doing today?
She's good. She's glad to be rid of grandma. I don't know what I'm going to do. That grandma yesterday, she was too old school. It's making me uncomfortable. I feel really bad for her.
How old is Luna again?
She's going on 2.
Going on 2, yeah.
She'll be 2 in March.
Right. So yeah, she knows what she wants and what she doesn't
didn't know
want.
what to do with a spirited child. She didn't.
Right.
I had to intervene. Like,
right.
I felt so bad. And she was home because I forgot some paperwork.
Right.
So, I was kicking myself like, poor baby, she is.
Oh, well, I know she's happy because you bring her so much joy, and, you always protect her and look out for her, kiss her little sweet forehead for her, and I guess you can start telling her hi from her future accountability family and an accountability partner. But I definitely, it's always good to talk to you, and I hope you have a great day today, and you and Luna, and yeah, can't wait to chop it up with you again. Kudos on getting it done. Kudos, everybody. Yes. 100.
I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing it. So, yeah, good job.
Woo. Yes, everybody. Open up your microphones if you could, and let's affirm Dalia on these celebrations and an amazing day today on purpose. Much love, Dalia. Much love. Yes. And so as we round out this time, we're coming down to the last couple minutes of the show. LT, are you there? Would it be? Are you there, LT? Now, LT has that omnipresent kind of vibe here on Clubhouse. I keep forgetting. I'm going to tell y'all what's really going on. LT probably has another phone, and she's on the Clubhouse, and she got this phone, so that way she could be here and there and everywhere. Because, see, LT's the type that will set up a room, and then I be talking to LT, and they're like, oh, yeah, what's going on with you? And she's like, yeah, so I got this room going on, and that's what's going on in there, and they running it. They got it rocking. I'm like, yo, you are holding people's hand and really supporting people here in an amazing way. So LT, if you can hear me, or if my sound is ringing throughout your environment, I hope you have a great day today on purpose. And everybody here, once again, I want to say hello and good morning to you. Thanks for hanging out. T, Meyer, Marcy, Dalia, Felicia. So good to see you as always. Can't wait to talk to you again, Felicia. And everybody, Sherry, everybody, let's have a great day today on purpose. Let's open up your microphones and let's all affirm each other on an amazing day as we go about our way.
Yes, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Yes, y'all. Have a wonderful
Have a
day.
great day, everybody.
Yes. LT.
I missed my turn. I was back with sleep. Oh, damn.
I told y'all.
Day. I said, oh, shit. I missed my turn.
Oh my God. Look, serendipity plus intention. You opened up your mic as soon as I was like, bye everybody. See you later. Everybody was like, bye.
That's the part I heard. I can't bye. I'm like, oh shit. Wait, I was after Marcy. Wait a minute.
What's going on, LT?
Man, I haven't got my time right.
I get you.
Get up like I used to.
Right. You're going to have to allow for yourself at least a week, maybe 2, to just get reacclimated.
I know. My body it's not having it. It wakes up like 3 o'clock, and it goes back to sleep. It wakes back up at 6:30, and it goes back to sleep.
Right.
So, and because it's still dark, like I can't go and work out or nothing like that. I don't go out in the streets. I still treat every place like I'm at and back in New Jersey.
Right.
The safest place in the world.
Right.
Still on the far side at a certain time.
Right.
My son said to me, he said, you're in California now. Stop acting like that. I got out the car and I was looking around.
Weird. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Like who that? You watching out? Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I definitely feel you though. I mean, it's gonna take a second to reacclimate. And here's the funny thing about your body, LT. This is why it's the LT special. You might as well just go and surrender to it, because you done developed a whole nother body inside your body. So you have LT, then you have the rest factory, and the rest factory is a system that is like, yeah, we know what she want, but this is what we gonna do. What we gonna do is this. We gonna lay right here in this hair bed. We are gonna body will be shutting down in 5, 4, 3. I'm telling you.
That's literally what happened.
Yep.
I was listening. I heard you say, hey to Marcy, and then you went to somebody else, and I was like, okay, it's coming up to me. The next thing I know, you say, let's affirm everybody on the amazing day. I woke up right at that part, like,
yo.
I didn't sleep through the whole thing.
Let me tell you what my story was, right? I was telling everybody, I was like, so let me tell y'all, it's one of a couple scenarios. I was like, either LT is, I went straight to what I thought it was most. I was like, LT being omnipresent right now. No, I went to what was a joke, but what will be serious in the future. I said LT being omnipresent right now. I was like, LT probably got a second phone. She's in a second club room while she's here and there and everywhere, because LT be omnipresent on this joint, showing up in multiple places at the same damn time and shit. I was telling him about.
I do have another phone, but I refuse to put Clubhouse on it. That phone, I'm just leaving it. This is the one phone.
Right.
Like, my kids would throw me out if I put Clubhouse on.
Right. Look, I feel you. In fact, I think that would be a lot of us, because a lot of us, our peeps is looking at us like you, like Pamela's husband said, you on that thing again? You on that thing again? But yeah.
Last night we were supposed to have was the kickoff for Friday Day After Dark. Right? We didn't kick it off because Chris had a room that talked about non-negotiable. No, what was it? It was like opposite sex deal breakers.
Oh wow!
And so we just combined our room with his, because I was like, damn, this is a great topic, man.
Right.
We was up there 5 hours.
Right.
We even had a pastor in the room, and nobody knew it was a pastor. Yo, it was so dope.
Wow, that's amazing.
And
that's amazing.
Chiming in like as if he wasn't a pastor. He didn't tell us he was a pastor until he closed out. I said, wait a minute, pastor. We did all this cussing up here in your presence, huh?
I always say, and I'll say this forever, it's one of the things I love about this Clubhouse environment, because every last one of us right here, right now, and every moment that we're participating in this environment, it forces you to, at some level, check your ego, like at another level. It forces you. It's the only way you could be a part of the conversation or part of the environment, that to some degree, even if you're in the audience and you're not saying anything, if you're going to be a part of it, even listening in, then you're forced to be on mute and listen to other people's perspective that you might not agree with. So it makes you check your ego on some level. And it's the thing I love most about this environment. So that pastor, he just had to be himself,
No, but he doesn't have like Pastor so-and-so in front of his name.
Right.
He just his regular name.
Oh, I feel you.
So it was like really dope. Like he got massive respect from everybody in the room, because he chimed in as himself. Like he didn't come in there like, and I mean, we have been talking about opposite sex and deal breakers. They was talking about sex. They was talking about just a whole bunch of categories, communication, everything. And he just was present with us.
Yep, he had to be a normal person. Yeah,
man, everybody was just like, wait a minute, you passed? Oh, okay. And then everybody was just like, man, we respect you like so much. Like, thank you for just being you. Like, not coming in here being all dignified. Like, we have a conversation. And he just was being an adult.
Right.
So it was so dope, man. Really. We all was like, we respect you a whole lot more. You just changed the game of what pastors look like to us.
Right.
It's really dope. Really dope.
That's what I'm talking about. Again, that's why I say what I say. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, LT got a second phone. I was like, or LT is actually enjoying the shit and walked away from her phone. And is enjoying.
Yeah, I'm not back.
She was in dreamland.
That means I went to sleep.
Right.
Okay? I took a nap in between.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
My naps are now not like they was on the East Coast where I scheduled them.
Right.
They just sneak up on me.
They
now.
sneak up on. They got their own will. They're like, all right, yep. So, oh, you gonna do that, huh? Oh, I see. That's some nice plans you got there. Okay, cool. So here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man.
I went right back to sleep.
OMG.
But I'm glad I did catch up those who are still here.
Right.
Hello, everybody. Delia, Meyer, Marcy, and T.
100%.
Thanks for being here with me at the end of the show.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Rest and make sure you have an awesome day.
Thank you. I think I'm going to get up now. Now that the show is over, I can get up.
100%.
100%. Call me next time, man. Like, something.
I'm about to say, call you on what? I was on Clubhouse. Oh, you know what? I guess I could. Could I call you on Clubhouse? Does that work? Could you? Okay.
I just want you to stop.
I'm going to send a stork. Right. I'm about to say, I'm going to send a stork next time. I'm going to send the world's fastest stork with like a rocket on his back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna hit you. I'll hit you up on FB or IG or something. Rings.
Right. Get one of those Amazon storks.
Hey, look. This is how I know you was right. This is how I know you were really asleep, because I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think that you were asleep, because I was like, oh, she doesn't have her BRB joint on, but like, yeah, you was sleep. Your body was like, ka-ping, we not even going to like remind you to put up your BRB. We out.
Yeah, I was like in a good one too. I think I was dreaming. I don't remember what it was. But I was asleep. Like real asleep.
Right.
It's all good. Now I feel refreshed. Now I can get my day
started. Right.
Like,
speaking of getting there, you got any significant plans today, or you just gonna kind of take it easy, see how the day unfolds?
No, I have a couple appointments that I have to do.
Right.
Yeah, I really just been chilling and taking like little wellness shots and stuff like that, just to make sure that I don't feel sick or anything like that. But I did, I was around a lot of people. You know, I don't really subscribe to the whole thing of I took care of myself before going around everybody. And so just coming back and just reinforcing my body that, you're still well, all is well within you. So I did get some shots.
Okay.
And just been taking those and making sure that, my body is still well.
Now I'm sorry, go ahead.
My family was acting funny. Nobody wanted to. Well, it's crazy because friends came over and was like, we miss you. Mm-hmm. We miss you and the kids. And my dad, don't come over here. So I told my dad we can't talk for 14 days.
Right.
So, you think I'm being petty? I told you I was petty on Sunday.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say, we already know, it's all good.
But I'm straight. I do have to go. I do have a podiatrist appointment this week. Remember I told you that my foot, I have something called Morton's neuroma.
Okay.
Where the tendon in your foot, I guess it's from you wearing high heels a lot.
Okay.
It's inflamed. And so it's been inflamed for a while.
Okay.
And,
okay.
I did my own research and I told them what it was.
I got you.
But they have to go through the whole rigmarole. Okay, you gotta go get an X-ray. And then I'm like, man, I tell you what it was. I looked it up. I know what this feel like.
Right.
So, but I do know that they probably gonna put a steroid shot in it. What is that called? A steroid shot.
Okay.
Yeah, in my foot. And so I need to get that done.
Right.
On Thursday, and then today I need to get some blood work and so I'll be in the street for just a little bit.
What's the hey to Caprina and hey Adafly, see you back here.
Hey Caprina.
Yes. When you talked about the wellness shot, what actually is the wellness shot? Because I've heard of it before, but I don't know the ingredients actually.
So the one that I took yesterday was, I'm about to put the picture up too so that y'all can see what one of them look like. I actually got it from Aldi's as well.
Right.
I didn't go into somebody's, because you can either go to like a juice, PTR y'all, and y'all can see which one I took.
Okay.
You can actually go into like a smoothie shop and they would have like wheatgrass, they would have
right.
that.
Okay, I know what these are. I had one of these not too long ago. Okay, got
This
it.
one right here had cayenne pepper, lemon,
Right.
ginger.
I like that one. That's actually one of my favorite ones right there. Oh, okay. So I didn't even know. I mean, I knew that what I was drinking was wellness, but I didn't know it was called a wellness shot. So yeah, that one right there is the joint.
Yeah, I actually could have gone to where they actually hook you up to an IV.
Yeah.
They kind of stuff in the IV, they kind of flush you or whatever.
Right.
But Auntie Jenna cookies actually help with your chest and stuff like that too. So.
Right. It helped with everything, like that joint.
Yeah, I know. Because I had a couple pieces. I got like a piece and a half left.
LT. Right. Me too. Look, I was just telling her earlier, right? I was like, I'm eating half a cookie, and I was like, I've been trying. I was like, you ever had something you savor so much that you like eat it, but you like try not to eat it all at the same time? You want your cake and eat it too. So that's. Let me tell you what happened earlier that you would have cracked up laughing. Auntie Gina was like, she said, I made some honey, for this guy, and she said, it's ready or whatever, and she said, but I am so glad that I took a swipe of it before I sent it.
She was high last night. She had some last night.
She said, because this stuff, and she said it today. She was like, "This, I was high as giraffe pussy."
She was. Last night she was in the room with her.
Oh my
and
God.
It was funny. I said, Jay, you high?
What was she doing?
Just saying shit out of time.
Classic Auntie G. Classic Auntie G.
Like she had Tourette's or something. She has Tourette's. It just comes out.
Oh, okay. I say classic Auntie G.
If you hear something come out like,
right.
Yeah, I would say it. Because she's all about ugly, right? We just respect, like, okay.
Right. Oh, man, that was hilarious. That's hilarious.
So, imagine that last night when she just had, like, some of that honey.
Right? Oh, my God. That's why I love Auntie G. I get a good laugh, and we have some good times every time. Yeah, she's like, I didn't send that. We were laughing like our asses off in here. Hello to Zachary. Thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah, LT. So yeah, that's what's up. And yeah, like you said, these wellness shots, good deals. I love them. I also had one recently with elderberry. I had the elderberry version of that one too recently. Really, really good. Yeah.
I have like 4 more in there. I bought 5.
Right.
And they're different kinds. And then I went to the store because I now love acai bowls.
Yes. Yes.
Angela took me to go get an acai bowl.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh my God, that bowl was so
Change
good.
your fucking life.
I bought all the ingredients, and I'm going to make it. Listen, hold up, I gotta show y'all something. I made some chili too.
What?
Look, and then I put it in the middle of the cornbread.
Oh my God. See, now you're just making my taste buds water. That sound good as hell.
Oh, wait. So I did pull the refresh. I did that with the rotisserie that I just got. Oh yeah.
Wow.
So rotisserie did that. Like I just got an air fryer that has a rotisserie to it.
Wow. Oh yeah, I'm about to fly out now. Like I'm about to catch a plane now. Like just hold me a plate.
That's still there. Is I'm going to turn it into soup.
Oh. Okay.
So I love cooking the chicken stuff. We vegan when we not eating meat.
Right,
so.
when now you eat, right. Yeah, we too much alike, yo. We're too much alike.
When we're not eating meat.
LT, you gotta one day I would love to for those that are here, I do a number of different rooms here on this platform, and besides the AP morning show, for those that stepped in again, what's up to Zachary? Hello. If you'd like to come up to the stage so we can say hey, by all means you can raise your hand And if not, just continue to hang out and enjoy. But one of the other things I do here besides this morning show is Wednesday night emotional intelligence for men. We're back on schedule this week, and I'm excited about it. Also, a couple things Thursday night, but one is specific that I'm looking to bring back, even if it's just once a month, and it's going to be called Secular Humanism as a Life Path. LT, I would love for you to be a part of that one day. I'll holler at you and see what's your availability. But yeah.
Now look at this. Look at the chili. I did that too. Hey, Maria.
What? Oh my gosh.
So I made chips.
Oh my
I
gosh.
put it in the middle of the cornbread.
Oh my gosh. So you just like you just like teasing people and kicking them when they down. Like, LT, I can't fly out there no faster than like, golly, that looks good. Okay, so at least next time, LT, at least next time you're at your peeps house here and everything makes sense, I gotta stop through for an LT meal. Like, have to. OMG. Yes. So LT, yeah, you just gonna be like that, huh? You just gonna post that picture and just not say anything else, huh? So I'm just supposed to look at that picture and just have a good experience from here, huh? Okay. I see how we doing. I see how we doing.
So what happened was, wait, I got something for you, Aaron.
Oh, while you doing that, I want to tell you that my other thing earlier. Hey, Maria, thanks for hanging out as well. I want to tell you this, LT. My other thing when you were sleeping, I was like, oh, either those two things, either she walked away from her phone, she has another phone, and she's in omniscient zone, or she has one of Auntie Gina's cookies, and she does not realize she's on mute right now, even though I'm saying she does not realize she's on mute right now. We were just chuckling. But yeah, what you got, LT? What you got?
PTR.
Oh, shit. Is that your son? With your hat on?
He is a total
Yo, he just became my new favorite person, yo. He just became my new favorite person.
I came to Baltimore, and that was the hat that they had for me. They had 3 hats on my grandmother, so I bought that one. I gave him and he gonna come in here last night talking about the old church hat on. Oh, yeah.
Yo, that's classic. That is classic, yo. That is classic. Especially how he rubbing his hands together, licking his lips like he about to take care of business, or like he like he about to mac or something.
We got the stewardess said, oh, look at the Sunday hat.
Hey, yo. Yo.
It's like, oh, that's the hat. Gave it his own little section, so the hat wouldn't get.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll be looking like my grandma. Yep.
Hey, yo, LT, from a brand perspective, yo, your son should keep having fun with that, yo, with wearing different hats, because that's funny as hell, yo. Oh, man, what's his name again? What's his name?
That's Jock. That's my musician.
Jock, yeah. Oh, man. Yo, I can't wait to meet him one day. I cannot wait to meet him one day. Oh, man, that's funny. So everybody, real quick, I know this is like the after show now, and that's what's up, because I'm all here for it. In fact, I want to make sure I want to say good morning to everyone. So, Zachary, by all means, continue to hang out if you like to, and if you'd like to come up to the stage so we can say hey and affirm you on your day, by all means, you can do that either way. Thank you so much for hanging out. Maria, good morning. I'm glad. See, I'll tell you, Maria, why we're still here, and you'll be thankful. So we are here because of a wondrous work. That wondrous work was that LT fell asleep during the show today. And look, but here's
You know why?
yes, I know why. Like now, from like multiple reasons now. I got the story and the backstory and I got the whole deal. But let me tell you what the other funny part was. So not only that, because that's not even the kicker. The kicker is that she woke up right when I was saying, Bye, everybody. Have an amazing day. And now we have the after AP morning show with LT Experience.
Her soul was waiting for me to show up.
There you go.
I was dead asleep, and I just woke up because we were up till late.
Right.
I was up till late.
Look, and you. I love it. I love it.
I told them that a pastor was in a room with us and we didn't even know until the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were cracking up about that. And look, I told her, I was like, that's what I love about this app. Because you just got to be a normal human being. You just got to be normal. And that's the way that it goes.
Wait, do y'all want to see what Auntie Gina looked like? This is, pull the refresh. This is me, Auntie Gina, and Angela when we went to go visit her.
Oh my God.
OMG.
LT, please send me this picture. Hold up. You said this is you, Auntie G. Wait a minute. My thing is.
And Angela.
Angela,
yeah. She come in here too.
Oh my gosh. OMG.
Hey, Ray, you didn't post our video from when we met. You didn't post anything.
No,
yet.
I haven't. Yeah, no, I haven't gotten around to it. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can get to it today. But I'll share it with you.
She was chopping it up, doing something to it, that you recorded it, then
Right.
You got us together.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna trip when you see it. And for everybody here, let me pull you in. So, the reason why I'm going so crazy over this picture is because now, is Angela someone who you all have known prior to this time, or?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so Angela's my girl.
Okay.
That's when I went to, I stayed at her house.
Right. Okay. But
I'm Louise. She's my Thelma.
Right.
So
Oh. But Auntie Gina is not someone who you've known prior to Clubhouse, right?
I did prior to Clubhouse.
Right. So for everybody, yeah.
Or not, me, Auntie Gina, and me and Dianara.
Right. Yeah. So everybody's been getting an opportunity to start meeting each one. This means a lot to me because again, I've done what's happening here now in different forms on social media, since 2008, and so. It's just exciting to me because I always know what's about to happen is that people are about to actually build relationships that are going to be lifelong and be deeply impactful. I've done it in other ways, but I've never done it in a space where it was live, where it was just like real life, how you would just meet people. It was always done through a Facebook group where you had the chat and, or some other kind of way, email list or something like that. So that's why I'm celebrating so much. Please send me when you get a chance. Please send me this picture. And the other day, LT Tuesday I think it was, we got a chance to meet as LT was traveling through on now what I feel like was like her East Coast tour for family and new friends, and so we got a chance to meet for a hot second and just be able to be like, wow, you're real. I was like, LT, you're a real person. And just having fun with that. So I documented a bit of it, and so I'm going to release it as a little vlog, a little short vlog. It's only like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But LT, you're going to crack up because the intros, I'll just leave it at, I said about 2,000 words in the span of like 60 seconds. So I'll just put it at like that. And it'll make you laugh. But
I know that you recorded getting out the car.
Right.
And I was like, so I want to know. I want to see what that reaction looks like.
For sure, I got you. I ain't gonna put you out there like that. I definitely got you. I'll send it to you. But what'd you say?
I want to see my true reactions.
Right.
I'm here. No worries.
So I'm gonna definitely send you that. And like I said, I might be able to do the quick edit today or between today and tomorrow. But Maria, yeah, it's so good to see you here. And yeah, LT pulled you into this experience via her slow soul sleeping journey.
Oh yeah, last night was pretty amazing.
Wow.
I knew she wanted to be here too, so
Right.
I had to wait till she wake up.
Right.
That's right. You see, at a soul level, We're connected at the soul level.
There it is. There it is. So Maria, what's going on with you today? You know, it's a lot of great conversations yesterday. I can imagine, even in addition to the ones that I was a part of with you. Yeah, you were talking about yesterday, you know, with LT, like, yeah. So, you know, how you feeling? How was everything for you? How is everything?
Wow, it was extraordinary. Like the conversation that we had at 6 with Coco and Meyer and yourself about racism was so powerful. I learned so much.
Right.
And it was just so powerful.
Right.
I wanna, like I said, I wanna continue having those conversations, and I'm having another one on Saturday.
Right.
At 10 a.m. with someone else, another lady who I met here on Clubhouse. So Clubhouse has just been such an amazing platform, and we don't know what's going to happen when we walk into rooms. We really don't know. Like, I came into this room because it said accountability partners. I'm like, okay, cool. I need that.
Right.
And I met, you know, like a family.
Right.
This is so beautiful, and look what has transpired so far. Like, we're all having powerful conversations, and then LT put me into this room last night, and it was, you know, deal breakers with the opposite sex, and it started out being light and fun, and then got into this beautiful, deep conversation, and then. Yeah, it was just extraordinary, and I got connected with more people that I want to continue having conversations. And Jimmy, the pastor, he was so down to earth. He was so progressive. He was just so beautiful. And my 15-year-old, she actually has the desire to learn more and to go to church and to get connected to her spirituality. However, her experience in the past was going to a church where she got told that half of her family, because part of our family is Muslim, would go to hell. And she was just so conflicted. She's like, how can people who believe in God and say all these amazing things about the way we should conduct our lives tell me that my family, who I love, who are amazing human beings, are going to hell just because they believe something different, or they're part of a different religion? And that just, for her, she was done with religion when it comes to that. And but something has been, and I'm not.
How old is she, by the way? How old is she?
15.
15. Okay.
She's 15.
Yeah.
I don't prescribe to a religion. I don't. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't tell my children what they should believe in.
Right.
I really believe that I'm here to guide them and to coach them.
Right.
And it's up to them to choose what they're going to choose in life. And I'm just here to, you know, to support them.
Yep.
So it was just a powerful conversation, and I'm going to, I did DM him, and we're going to connect because I want her to be able to have a conversation with him. Right. And then get some questions answered and continue her own discovery of her own spirituality.
Yeah.
Right. So it was really powerful. And then LT, oh my God, this woman is so brilliant, and she's so full of wisdom.
Yes.
And I love her energy.
Yes.
She is just extraordinary.
Yes.
And the conversation last night was so powerful. We went through so many different spaces.
Oh, thank you, Maria. Oh.
Yeah, you're just divine. I really appreciate your energy.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it got a little testy with some people because I too don't subscribe to certain things, and so I know how I can sense the energy, right? I'm emotionally intelligent. And so someone made a statement last night about something about us not being something. And I was just like, no, that's not true for everybody. Yeah. You know, about us.
Well, she said that most people don't know themselves and they don't love themselves, and that's not true for you or I or pretty much everybody in this room. Yes, it takes deep work, but it's something that some of us have. We do know ourselves and we do love ourselves, and we know exactly what we want and what we don't want. And the second thing that she said is that we have to fix ourselves. Yeah. And for me, that's not a reality, because I agree with LT. We're whole, we're complete, and there's nothing missing from us.
Right.
And we're here to evolve, yes, but that doesn't mean that we're broken human beings to begin
with,
because we're not.
Not at all. It's the worst doctrine on the face of this earth.
Hey, Aaron, I had one of your moments too. When someone came into the room, interrupted the room, and I told you that you showed us how to do grace in a room. She was she was the one with a guy who came in, and they just had a whole conversation as if we didn't have something on the And I just told them, you know what, I really appreciate the conversation that y'all having.
Right.
But for the sake of this room right here,
right,
I really appreciate if y'all would do that in the inbox, because you're changing that.
Right.
And after I said it, I was like, oh,
that was powerful. I loved it.
But I got it from you, Aaron.
Oh my God, LT.
You're all out of line, and you want to tell them in the nicest way. I think that I found the art of how to defend phone.
Wow, LT.
I felt myself in that moment.
Oh man, you really. This is literally one of those like words can't actually express. I mean, it means so much to me. I mean, like, it means a lot to hear you say that, like, on a deep level, because I get it. I get it from your experience. I get it through your lens, even, because that's, being an empath. But these words still can't actually express how I really, really feel. Like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. And like, yo, because let me tell you this, LT. Before Clubhouse, I started a conversation on Facebook. And it's what led to a book that I'm writing. The book is called Social Media Etiquette. If you all want to see it, just look on Medium. Medium is just an app where writers store their writings.
Once again, get my business, okay? That's one of the things that I've been teaching. I'm going to post some of my videos. I've recorded some snippets of what is social media etiquette and what is not.
Right.
So how does somebody give them a sales pitch when you haven't even spoken to them?
Right. 100. Look, this how we know we twin flames, yo. I don't know, like, I kind of know but like, yo, we goddamn twin flames, yo. And I don't care what the hell it means and doesn't mean. Yo, it's right. We twinning out here, yo, on so many levels, yo. Let me tell you. So, so I'm pulling it up right now. Social media etiquette lessons, and I started writing this book. It's on Medium, so you can actually read it right now. And I'm up to lesson number 4. And what I do is I just write these as they come to me and just store them. And I like Medium because you could read the book as a person is writing them. So, I'll read one to you. So I'll read like 2 to you.
What's the site called? Medium.com?
So you can either do it on the website, like medium.com, or you can just download Medium, like the app from the App Store. It's no cost or anything. Medium, like I said, it's just a place where writers store their writings. Like, it's not social media. I was going to say like social, but it's not social media. It's just where we store our writings. So like, I store my short stories there. I store my quotes there. I store these books there and that kind of thing. And people can read them while you're writing them. They don't have to wait until it's released to read them. And I like that because, like I was telling Dalia, even about Dalia's, what she's doing is why I keep talking about, like, having a conversation. Like, if I'm an author, then I'm taking every page and literally I'm thinking of every iteration of my whole journey as just ongoing conversations, because it gives people a chance to read along as you're writing it, which goes way deeper than any one thing can. And I started out at Aaron Hill TV. So yeah, just look up at Aaron Hill TV. On the browser, I think it's like medium.com/Aaron Hill TV. But yeah, thanks for asking, LT. LT, I can't wait to see what you. Oh my God, LT. So everything that you've been already just noticing about me, and just the things that you see that are valued, what you're about to pull back now is like my brain. Like if you were to literally just look at my brain from a page by page perspective, it's like that. So you about to learn a lot about me, and I can't wait to hear what you think of my thoughts in this way. So number one, let me tell you social media etiquette lesson number one. Check this out. And I'm laughing because there's a bit of tongue in cheek in here, but also like integrity, the whole nine. Social media etiquette lesson number one. Thou shalt not write in all caps unless posting a message of authentic emergency. And then I put in parentheses after, of course, dialing 911. Here's the reason. It's annoying as fuck. Same as if someone was standing in front of you, shouting every word of every sentence every time. I'm gonna give you number, let's see. I'm gonna jump to number 4. This is social media etiquette lesson number 4. Some people show you how much they quote unquote don't care by caring enough to waste their time telling you how much they don't care instead of simply ignoring your posts. Next time, thank them for caring. And I got a couple silly, like laughing emojis. I love when people care enough to take their precious time out of their schedule to let you know that they don't care at all. Next time they do this, have some decency, integrity, and just plain old-fashioned good manners to let them know how much you appreciate it and that it was very caring, time-consuming, and thoughtful, and that you really appreciate them actually taking the time to show you that they care deeply by actually going out of their way to tell you that they don't care at all. Troll motherfuckers. And my whole point again is just like talking about ways like I love being a part of the etiquette conversation when it comes to social media, because things like, this is a little tongue-in-cheek way of talking about it, but I talk about things like not tagging people unnecessarily, like just because you want everybody to see everything, because it's intrusive from the other side. It's very, very intrusive. People don't think about the fact, I thought about this years ago. I'm like, oh, this opens up the everything as far as communication. It's a great thing, but what it means is people do things that they don't realize is intrusive, like sending you unsolicited messages day in and day out, like tagging you in stuff that you're not in, which I used to even be guilty of that, and other things. So what I try to do is talk to people about etiquette and proper ways of doing things and help us with mindset as far as like one of these other lessons I have, which is MMODB. The key to not getting frustrated with the foolishness. This is lesson number 5. The key to not getting frustrated with the foolishness people put on social media is number 1, mind your own damn business. Number 2, stop keeping up with every post of people that annoy you. Duh. Number 3, no matter how tempting, stop scrolling the news feed for countless hours. Number 4, enable, and this was for Facebook, enable manual add to timeline so that you can filter through what people tag you in. That's so that it doesn't just automatically show up on your timeline. Don't accept friend requests for people you don't know or don't have a desire to talk to regularly. Number 6, ask people nicely to stop tagging you unless you're really interested in their content. Number 7, mute, hit, ignore, conversation, or block people who send you auto messages. Ones like, you gotta see this, send this to everyone you know, send this to 12 people right now in 12 minutes to get 12 miracles, etc. And any other bullshit messages you get that aren't a person taking out time to engage you in an organic, authentic, and original way. And then last but not least, number 8, take a much needed break from social media from time to time for your brain and emotional health. But don't leave because you can't discipline yourself with steps 1 through 7. So yeah, this is my etiquette shit, LT. This is where I be for like the last year or so, just being a part of this conversation. And that's why I'm glad to be a part of it here, LT. And that's why I'm glad to be an example here, because right now we are writing the rules of etiquette here in this space as we are using the program. The etiquette is being developed. Even the developers don't have the etiquette, because the etiquette is something that's based on psychology and principles and things that things that are subjective and objective and these kind of things. It's all put together over the process of people doing things and then us discussing or understanding how we, react or respond to those things, and discussing what the etiquette is, what the rules of engagements are. So LT, kudos. I know that was the like crazy long way around, but like kudos. That's why I'm so celebrating what you're saying right now about me and how that helps you to diffuse the situation, because that's what y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see me demonstrating that over and over and over in deeper ways.
Yeah, I'm actually on your profile now and just looking at your stuff.
Wow. What's jumped out at you so far? What have you read any of the quotes or the sayings of the material?
One that says Jesus was
pretty cool guy. Yo, I can't wait. So I got a book on there, everybody, that's called Jesus was a Pretty Cool Guy. And it's tongue-in-cheek. The way I describe it is this. In fact, I'm gonna pull it up on my Facebook profile, because I gotta read this definition to y'all word for word so I can really explain it. Hold on, Aaron Hill. Jesus was a pretty cool guy. Okay, got it. Okay, so basically. Oh, I spelled this wrong. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Man, this is dope. I never even heard of this.
Wow. Yeah, Medium is, and I love the fact that. Okay. I'm gonna send you a couple.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for telling us, because my younger daughter, my 15-year-old, she's a writer. And I'm gonna tell her about this. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
She already doesn't know.
Yeah, this actually like covers you as a copywriter, like to have your stuff copywritten.
Right.
It's like, because he have dates bound when he wrote it in, if someone hears something that he says and don't think that is written, and try to use his words like as if it was theirs, this actually solidifies and say, nope, in 2019 he wrote so and so.
Yep. You could.
Oh, that is so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Medium, for everybody, once again, it's Medium. You can either download Medium as an app on your phone, or you can go to it in the browser, medium.com. It's a wonderful place for writers, anybody, even if, and I say writers as in like, even if you just want to store something, like you want to write down recipes or something, keep them in a place, or you are journaling, like you're I love it from a journaling perspective and a Dear Diary perspective. And one of the things I like about it is they have this little thing on there called series, and series is basically where everything you write is on a page and it flips like a book. So you're literally writing a book while just inputting your entries, and all you have to do from there is just export it, and a few other things, and then you have yourself an ebook, but it's already separated onto pages. So yeah, so I was looking for the exact wording, because I wanted to read this to you, but I can't find it. What I'll do is I'll just kind of tell you off my head what it is. So Jesus was a pretty cool guy. Hold on, let me see. Did I put it here? Okay, I think I did. Wait a minute, I think I got it. You always want to feel like.
What time are you supposed to be in class? Oh, I didn't wake my daughter up for school.
Oh.
She's supposed to be in class at 7:45.
Oh, damn. Shit. Well, somebody got a half day today, or at least a half day. Celebrate. She might as well celebrate this. Like, damn. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So essentially, this Jesus was a pretty cool guy book is tongue in cheek. I can't find the exact definition of what I wrote, but it's basically a way of highlighting some of what I feel are the most detrimental aspects of the Christian theology, in a way that highlights them, puts them up against other scenarios for you to see things side by side that are maybe in real life we would see these things, they'd be clear. But through the theology, we don't see them equaling them being contradictions or contradictory thinking, or in some cases double think, or in other cases cognitive dissonance. So as a way of highlighting those things and bringing up certain points about the theology that I believe goes against what we actually believe, or our morals and these kind of things that most people demonstrate, even Christians. And then while doing that in a tongue-in-cheek kind of sarcastic but professional or integrity way as well. It's, just read it and you'll see. But it's called Jesus Was a Pretty Cool Guy, and I don't know how many. I think I got at least about 9 pages or something like that. But each page is a scenario by itself. Yes, I'm sorry.
What is your name on the app? I just got the app.
So I'm at the same username like here, at Aaron Hill TV.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, check that when you get a chance. And by all means, in our future morning show experience, as we're chopping it up, and if it comes to your mind, I would absolutely love to know what you think. Because again, I don't like when it comes to religion. I'm gonna give y'all something else to check out on my YouTube channel. My YouTube is at Aaron Hill TV YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, I have a playlist that's called Religion and Spirituality. And it's where I store my videos, where there are videos that I've produced about the subjects, or conversations that I've had, or, live streams. That's on my YouTube channel. It's a playlist. So go to Aaron Hill TV and just click on playlist, and you'll see one that's called Religion and Spirituality. So that will give you the other completion of that. But yeah, check that out. Jesus Was a Pretty Cool Guy. And
I'm going to. I see you. I have you up here. All your stuff is here.
Yeah.
You do have a section here, religion and spirituality too. Poetry, favorite quotes. That's so
right.
cool.
Right.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
And so what's even more cool for me is that I've been, my audience knows about this, but because of this kind of experience, it makes it more, it gives people more of a sense of being in touch with it. So what it means is that a lot of you all are following through and actually looking at it, and it means something because you've been hearing me say these things. So yes, that's a deep dive of my mind in those, 8 books there. And again, for those that just tuned in, JD, what's up?
Hey, you guys. I actually jumped in. I was like, y'all are still going. It's a long guys. The morning is over, Aaron.
Right. Hey, look. And no, you great. It's so funny when you hear the story. OMG. Like we are here because of LT, and I am grateful. And then we've been chopping it.
It's back on the West Coast, so we're like back on her time. Oh, and Auntie LT, I might be in LA. Well, not soon, but in March.
Nice.
So yeah,
Spring.
Bye.
Oh my goodness! I was like, "Oh, my niece is in the house."
Yes, but
I promise you, listen. If it's one thing that I know for certain, and 2 things I know for sure,
Speak it.
that your kinfolks are your kinfolks. That does not mean that you're blood. And
right.
I just want to say thank everybody who embraced me while I was on the trip.
Right.
Who rode with me while I was driving, who wanted to make sure that they physically touched me,
right,
and did not think that I was a walking virus walking around.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, because my family, honestly, was so scared of I don't know what, but they did not come around.
Right.
And it was hurtful.
That's tough. Yeah, that hurts.
It was really hurtful.
That hurts. No doubt, LT. I'm glad. LT, serendipity plus intention equals life. I'm looking at how these events unfolded these last 4 weeks, and to know that if it wasn't for the reality of me saying to myself, I'm ready to get back on my schedule, I'm gonna set a morning room so that in addition to being accountable to myself, I can do my favorite thing, which is be accountable to other people, and also be with other people who that matters to them too. And for that to equal a trip where you would have that, where you have people like myself and Dianara and Auntie G, and just people who you were able to feel that sense of closeness to, even in the midst of that, like, I'm just so grateful to have anything to do with that. Like, it's so crazy. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, was the highlight of my trip. Just being in the presence of those who just love me enough to say, you know what, we just want to see you. We want to, love on you. And it was filling. It was very, like, I can't put into words. If you know how you, when you start to reflect and have an assessment of where you are, and then you realize, you know what, I was loved more than I was shunned or not wanting to be around. Folks really love me. People who don't even know me love me.
Right.
So that's what it felt like.
That's what. I'm so glad that I have the kind of memory that I have, like, as a musician and a guy that's into math, and a person who now relates really to his heart and to other right brain heart experiences with people. It's like, I remember, like, a lot of the conversations that we've had in here, and I've had like so many conversations because my goal has just been to do what you all see me do, just meet as many people as possible. But I remember people's journey significantly now. And I remember the very first thing, I guess 2 weeks ago, when Missy Black and I first met here. It was just like, everybody say hello to Missy. I'm like, hey, Missy, it is nice to meet you. And Missy was like, before I go on, I just got to say, and she was almost in tears. She was like, I can't explain to you how much this means right now. You don't know me. Like, you don't know me at all. But yet you are saying to me, not only, hey, and not only just nice to meet you, because I mean, we're used to that, but she was like, the fact that you're asking me about my goals and what can you stand in accountability or affirmation with me on, you're showing me love, you care about, you're asking me about the things I care about and showing me that you care. And it's like, you don't even know me. She's like, so I mean, she was literally in tears. She's like, I just got to tell you that before we go even further. So yeah, LT, like, this is real, and this is so deep for me, because we are forming these relationships that we have each other. These are going to continue to last for life because of the way that we've made these relationships, and I'm just, man. So yeah,
beautiful experience. There are a lot of people who have suffered in silence during this quarantine, who have not been able to be around their families and have human touch. And actually, this app allows you to have a physical connection, an energy connection that really feels very physical.
100%. So JD, and we're gonna wrap up in the next couple minutes, everyone. JD, we were here because the fun thing that got us here was that during the show, like I told LT, her body, she has her, and then she got Command Central, which is her body, which is like a whole nother other. So LT slept during the show. She was sleeping. She was with us. She was with us in spirit, as they say. And here's the kicker of JD. The kicker, OMG, is that she woke up exactly when I was like, everyone have an amazing day. See you tomorrow. Bye. And she woke up right at that time. And then from that point on started the After AP Morning Show with LT and Maria and everybody else that's coming.
I didn't want to be left out of saying have an amazing day. And I was like, wait. Saying have an amazing day, they skipped me. I was like, it was my turn.
Oh man. So with that, yeah, JD, we are here, we're wrapping up, but it's so good to see you, and I wanted to check in with you, see how you were doing, see what's up.
I'm good. I guess I'm having Wi-Fi issues today.
Okay.
So I guess I can't work right now. I haven't even checked the box. Let's see if it's like a real issue.
God do it? Yeah.
I know, right? Won't he do it?
What they say, won't he will. I like when they say won't he will. That shit let me right.
That's when you start throwing out scriptures, right?
Yo, I just want to know who made up won't he will, though. Like, I just want to go, like, have a drink with that person. Like, you have no idea how classic that is. Anyway, JD, you said you, so yeah, continue.
Yeah, the light is on, that, saying go, but my work laptop is not connected. Oh, my phone just got connected. Let's see. But I've been having Wi-Fi issues all morning.
Right.
I started a new morning routine today. But I don't know. I had like a whole dramatic
JD moment last night.
JD, it's above you now. It's above.
It is, and it is above me now. And today's a new day, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna not think about that from last night, and I'm gonna go on with my day. So I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty okay. Last Monday, well, yesterday, not last Monday. Yesterday was the last official day of my first ever group, small group when it comes to financial wellness and teaching, and it was amazing. Really heartbroken that it's over, but I'll do another one again. And
when you doing the next one?
So this one was actually a collaboration with my friend who is a health coach and does accountability coaching and stuff. So we did the collaboration at the top of the year. So I'm just like, should I do my own? I want to do my own, but I'm just trying to figure out what time of the year is good, because March is
all times of the year.
All
times.
Right?
So what it is what's convenient for you. What works for you.
And what is convenient for me?
There you go.
It's convenient because March is all about birthdays. My mom's birthday, my boyfriend's birthday, my two best friends.
Right.
Do it now because people are preparing to do their taxes and they don't know what to do with their money.
And that's what I thought about. I was like, I could just go ahead because she is launching her intro to veganism course. I'm like, well, maybe we can just go ahead and run this back for February. So I'm like, I can present it to her like, hey, do you want to still hop on some Mondays? You don't have to be there the entire time. This time it will be more of a 10% split instead of a 50-50 when it comes to monetary, how we exchange that. But I was like, I need to go ahead and do it again or do something because tax season is coming up. The website is done. It's just not, I haven't put it out yet, but I'm just like, I got to do something. I can't just
I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea really for the couple reasons that have unfolded in this conversation. Number one, if you have the time, well, first of all, like my homeboy always says, you got to get it in where you can fit it in, right? So right now, and if you have that time and it's before March, before everything hits, boom, because there's no time better than now. Also, because this information is always needed, and like we just said about tax season and everything, it's a win-win-win-win-win. And the fact that all times of the year is great because you need it no matter where you are to prepare. I think in what I would say is all systems go, and then just whatever you need to look at so that you don't have to be too in your head about it from an overproduction or overly analytical standpoint. Go for that. Go for the road that has the least resistance, whatever way of doing your experience or creating the content or what have you. But yes, and yes, and yes, and yes.
Yes. So I think this week I'm just gonna sit down and create the content, and then let it lead me to the date.
That's
or the
great.
date that I should put this out.
Start having the conversations. Can you add to that if you have a way to, if it works in your schedule, if you could add to that, starting to have the conversations here now, even in just the preliminary, it would be the thing, because it would be basically doing the same thing but having a way to get a head start so that the attention that you want to go to that will just be right there. I would start having the conversations even at just a foundational granular level, just in a relaxed way, not even super, it doesn't even have to be super deep. You can let it unfold and be more and more complex, but having it and holding a space is what creates the interest. It's why the reason why you're here right now, and even while we're talking, is because of what I'm telling you. I just created an interest, and then from there, it wasn't even the thing I was talking about. It was the fact I cared, and I could care on the person. We could build a relationship, and then on top of that, you could relate to the conversation and everything else I have from there, and it builds from there. So yeah, that's my, I think, bro, good living at.
So thank you. I know it's just gonna take the time to sit down and do it, and then I like the idea of just creating just a conversation, because my one-on-one sessions we're just having a conversation.
Just conversation, right?
So yes, I will. I'll sit down this weekend and do it. I don't have much going on this weekend. Not as of today.
Right.
Don't have much going on this weekend, so I'm gonna sit down and just create the content for it. So whenever I feel like, okay, well, it's time to launch and time to do another one, around 2,
right,
then it's ready to go. Everything is set. It's gonna be seamless. Because we did have a few kinks.
right,
It was both of our first time doing something on a larger scale, so
right.
yeah. And then I can also think about maybe just doing it the Monday after the pageant. Just pageant is over, back into work.
Especially because, you know, it's like, you know, I always say the less things you have on your brain, the better for the thing that's on your brain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be good too, you know, especially since it's all here in proximity.
Yeah.
I'm excited, JD. Look, I appreciate how you think. I appreciate how you structure. I appreciate how you flow. Like, I'm just excited. I was mentioning earlier in this experience that I'm such an empath that what happens is I when I get to know a person, I start caring like about what they're doing for themselves as if I'm them. Like it feels the same way. So they're so the thing that they wind up succeeding at, whether it's small or large, I feel it as if I did it. I'm not that I did it. I feel as if I'm in their body, like how it would feel if that happened to me. So yeah, I'm loving how you're moving forward, and I'm just excited about just these successes, and I'm celebrating right along with you every step of the way. Yeah.
I know. I did miss this morning's conversation. I jumped in. I heard Coco talking about the event she had last night, the room she had last night, which was amazing.
Right.
Couldn't stay too long, but still, it was so amazing. And then I hopped back out because I had a call. Then I'm hopping back in now to hear the LT story, the Auntie LT.
Yes.
But I really love y'all. Y'all always hold the space. Aaron, you always hold space for all of us. Like, and that's amazing. You know, and as someone who studies, like you study psychology, you know when it's time to take a break. Because I've, noticed that sometimes we don't have this room on Mondays, and you know, it's okay. Or in the morning, it's okay because he needs to recharge. He needs to add to his cup, the one that shows you his face on it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, JD, thank you. And thank you for always affirming me in the way that you do. We're going to the moon together, y'all, and I'm so excited. And I'm saying that this has only been 30 days. Can y'all imagine what we're going to be a damn year from now? Like, oh my gosh, yo. Crazy dope. So, hey, Auntie G, were you here when LT popped back in? Did you catch the story?
No, I missed it, but I see my picture up there, so I'm assuming.
Yeah. Auntie G, I thought it did. I told LT that I had a couple scenarios in my head as to why she was present in spirit but not in person. And I was like, either she, my way out there Jetsons, answer was that she had a second phone and she was in omnipresence mode on Clubhouse. Like she was in multiple Clubhouses at the same time. My second thing was that she just walked away from her damn phone and was just enjoying it and it was playing in the background. The third thing was that maybe she had one of Auntie G's cookies and she doesn't know she's on mute for the longest time, like ever. But what we would find out was that LT was asleep.
I understand. I fell asleep in a group last night. I woke up to some dude talking in my ear. I was like, what the hell? I just shut it down and went back to sleep. I was like, what am I doing?
And look, here's the kicker, Auntie G. When she woke up exactly at the time when I was saying, all right, everybody, have an amazing day. Bye now, and she woke up right at that time. And so since then, we've been having the after show AP morning show.
Yeah, I came back. My daughter-in-law came over, dropped off my grandson. I fed her breakfast, gave her coffee, all kinds of stuff. And I'm back. What's up?
Nice. Yeah, so we just got really to the rounding up of this. Hey, I didn't get a chance to say hello to the brother that was hanging out. There was one more thing I want to say. Oh yeah, Auntie G, this picture, when LT put this picture up, I asked her to send it to me because like these are memories for me. Like these are special moments. I'm looking at all of us meet each other. I'm looking at like people who.
I'm looking crazy.
Oh my God!
How dare you?
Well, you were HIGP. You were HIGP. So
Every day.
You gotta get. We gotta. I'm gonna actually hit you up after this, Auntie Gina, because I want to rap for a few. Because there's so much fun in what we do. There's so much opportunity. But HIGP, that's a thing. That's an acronym. That's a thing. I see that. I see that in our future. And not even that we have to spell it out, but just HIGP, because if you know, you know. But yeah, I when I was looking at the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. And we're creating memories here. I have a vlog. It's going to only be like maybe 2 or 3 minutes of the day that LT and I met that I'll be putting up shortly, and that kind of thing. And I'm just excited. So yeah, Auntie G, I know you were HIGP in that pic because LT told me.
I stay that way. I was laying down for a nap. My hair was all uncombed. I just answered the door. I told her before she came over there, I'm not putting on no bra.
Right.
My pajamas. And I didn't either.
Hey, look, let me tell you, not only that, but we also got the word on your beginning of your experience leading into that for last night. Routine. She was like, Auntie G was live and in color.
Oh my God, I couldn't help myself. I don't know what was going on with me. I do, but yeah.
Look, I told her. She was high.
Now what we call those moments, it's called Auntie G's Tourette's. When she's high, she has Tourette's. It comes out, you say shit, and you're like, who said that?
Oh my God, Auntie G, I was laughing because when I told LT about the story you told us earlier about the potent honey, and I was like, wait a minute, maybe that was when she took a swipe at that honey. Maybe that's what that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, at any rate, family, this is, as always, again, always, the highlight of my day. I get so lost in this experience that, like, it's the type of loss that is what built my company from 2008 to 2014, is what allowed me to grow a global audience of people like yourselves to connect with, and people who I've gone on to be friends with, or in some way their lives have been touched by something that I do, and we have a connection in that way. And so I'm always glad when that happens, and I always get lost in it because it is exactly what I should be doing and what I'm so excited to do. So I just want to say one more time to LT, Auntie G, Meyer, Dalia, Maria, JD, the good brother T, and everybody else that came through this room today. We had a good damn time as always. I want to wish.
A great morning, everyone.
Yeah, they go Auntie G's Tourette. They go Auntie G's Tourette. They go Auntie G's Tourette. I know, I'm just messing.
She's not on yet. She's not on you. We had so much fun last night, Lord. We had so much fun in that room. I never laughed so hard in my life.
Wow.
So much fun. It was, oh my gosh. It was hysterical, hilarious. It was deep. It was meaningful.
Right.
Everything all wrapped up in one. That shit was amazing to me.
Yeah. Auntie G, we didn't even know the pastor was in the room we was talking about.
That's what we were talking about, right?
That's who I fell asleep to, LT, and I woke up with him talking in my ear. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, that's what happened.
Oh, yeah. I was out like a light. Then I hear him, God, there's something.
Hey, Auntie G, did you think you woke up in like a actual supernatural dream or some shit? Like, wait a minute, is this thing actually real?
I know this isn't something I intentionally put on to listen to before I went to sleep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, and I just clicked it off and rolled over.
It was so awesome because,
Oh gosh.
like, I mean, we had a pastor talking or listening or putting his input when we were talking about polyamory and open relationships.
Love it.
And throubles, and he's like, okay, cool.
Love it. Oh gosh, I wish I was there. I would. Oh, I didn't know y'all was having a polyamory conversation. Damn, y'all ain't tell me nothing. I'm supposed to be like, that's
It was so
like,
good.
damn.
Everything was so good. I loved all the conversations.
It was powerful.
Well, that is so cool.
We're gonna connect on the room and we're gonna talk about polyamory and open relating and throuples.
Oh wow.
And all that fun stuff.
Well, I guess I will be there. What time and what place? DM me. Let me know.
We will. I'm gonna talk to her so we can create it.
That's so dope.
Did you fall asleep again?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
OMG.
I will be in my usual supportive role, but
Yes.
Boss or nothing, but I'll be cheering y'all on.
Yes. That's the way it should be.
We're gonna create it and then we'll let you all know.
100%. Family, we've done it again. We've had amazing experiences. We've put smiles on each other's faces, and we've taken our relationships to other levels. Just want to say thanks again for being you and making it do what it do and knowing where to come to get your fill up every morning. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And on that tip, I love you. Open up your microphones. Let's affirm each other on an amazing day so we can say, hey. Peace, everybody.
Have a great day, guys.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Yes.
Good night. I mean, good morning. Have a great day, y'all.
Peace.
Oh, T can talk. I didn't know T could talk.
Right. Look, he just popped back in for you.
I just thought that was just a figure, of my imagination that you was in this room. I never heard your voice before.
We had a good chop up. If you were here at the top, oh man, we topped it up. We were talking about the Ravens. We were talking about all kinds of things,
Oh, he's from B-More?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Worked down at the Raven Stadium, the bar, down at the bar there. We were talking about that shit. Yeah, but that was funny.
Okay.
All right, peeps.
I was confused when I heard.
Right.
I'm like, who said that?
I'm like, well, who said that?
I was like, it was only one person left in here. That was T. Okay, T.
He had that undercover voice. He told you he worked for the government. He had that undercover voice. He's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great day, man.
You too. I hit you up, LT.
All right.
All right, peace. See you, Delia. Peace. Peace. Kiss little Luna for me. Facebook family and everybody else on the replay. First of all, hey, wow, you watched this for a long damn time. But that's what happens every morning. And we build like that, and there's always good time, good place. Look forward to seeing you again. Join me, LT, and the rest of the accountability family. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10:30 a.m. for some good laughs, some great conversations, and even greater affirmations. All just to wake your ass up, to help you on your way to an amazing and productive day. I'm excited about this, y'all, because I know where this is going. So I'll see you all soon. Take care. Be easy. Peace.